Just my character doesn't know if the normal bullets will kill it, but he does know that a lot of bullets will tear something to pieces. Now, whether that will be enough to kill it, that's a different story.
Right. So that's what I'm saying. Since it's gonna take you 6 days, maybe we can worry about it in 6 days, or whenever the next campaign is on. That's when we look at it and we figure it out exactly what you're killing or what you can't kill. Right?
Yes, we also agreed that they will be doing, if I remember correctly, guys, correct me if I'm wrong. We said that you guys will continue researching while I make the potentially useless gun.
Who agreed to that?
Hello? Eh, eh, pretty much correct. Never mind. I'm still making the gun. If it works,
Yeah, but with what resources are you making the gun with?
I live in that town also, or did you forget?
Yeah, but I mean, do they have a machine shop? Is there a whole bunch of things you're gonna need to make a weapon like that? Do you have access to all that stuff? Do you even know where it is?
You
Are you a
drive.
machinist? Are you a machinist?
I'm an engineer. I'm an engineer.
Yeah, but so that's theorizing how to make a gun. Do you have mechanical repair and all those useful things?
No, he did.
Yes.
He did pass the mechanical repair role, so that's fine. He can make the gun. The only issue right now for him is that the gun is gonna take him 6 days for him to make it.
So you're willing to sit out and let people die for 6 days so you can make a weapon? Is that what you're trying to tell me?
And that's the argument that I'm
That's
making to him, because ultimately, even if he succeeds in making that weapon, which he will, because he passed the role, but he won't. Chances are that he won't be able to use that weapon until the following campaign, and that is if his character manages to survive. Which, if he stays out of the campaign, obviously he will survive because he won't be able to do anything else than to make that weapon.
Wait. Quick question. When do you guys plan on entering the dungeon? The lair of a vampire.
Well, I'm not sure because all the police that we were gonna come and gather are gone.
Okay. Now let's
So I
talk.
don't know.
So did
Now
we
let's
identify?
talk.
Did we identify what the foe is for sure?
Well,
Let's
when
talk.
we were at the house, we saw a werewolf and a vampire, and they messed up a local girl, and there was
Okay.
zombies too.
Now let's try talking logical and tactical line of action. Evacuate the local area, or at least make sure that people that live close enough know to barricade themselves during the night. So back in houses before the nightfall, doors locked. So
How
that
do you
we can
expect to
enter.
how do you expect to get everyone on board with that? What are you supposed to tell? Okay.
So I don't think we have enough
That-
time for the 6 days.
That's
Yeah.
not that's not my job. That's the job of the police.
The
And
police
they
are
are
all
already
dead,
dead.
except for like they're as of right now. At least only I know. You guys
Well-
don't know, but as of right now, all
Well,
I know
most
is
of them are dead.
me and
Not all of them, but most of them are dead. Some of you are police, and ultimately you do have some resources up hand that you can do. I mean, maybe you don't have any other police officers, but I mean, I'm pretty sure there are protocols for you to follow at this point, provided that every single other police officer in town, um, perishes.
oh yeah,
Maybe.
no, I'm the captain now. Like that's just a chain of command. I am now.
Well, I'm pretty sure you may need to at this point in time consider the magnitude of things that just happened. It's probably smart for you to call, I don't know, backup, the
Army,
FBI, someone that can come and assist you. Maybe try to even get support at a national level.
Yeah, it could. I'll
will
have to
they
try and.
believe us, or
Yeah, I mean, I guess the police station full of dead police is kind of evidence enough, but it's not like they had cameras or nothing. So
It's
there's
a
really
very,
no telling.
very big reason for alarm, especially considering they were torn apart.
that, and will they even come in time?
Well, that's a different story. It may take them a couple of days to show up, but
But
they.
there's tons of weapons though that we now have pretty much full access to. I'll get the I'll take the key from the captain like so we can stock up at least. You know, maybe there's some confiscated hand grenades or something.
Well, did we get some weaponry? Like
Flash bangs and smokes help.
Yeah.
I mean, it shouldn't be difficult to get Molotov cocktails or fucking dynamite. Is there any construction being done around
What about lower
1920?
base?
Dynamite was.
What about lower base? Think garlic.
Yeah.
Silver,
Well, yeah, we're gonna have to. Well, we have to learn that
water.
though. We don't know that. The only thing that we know is that we have a holy water and the vampire girl's diary, but we don't know that she's a vampire. But we do have the Book of the Undead that tells us about these creatures, but doesn't really give them a name or like what their weaknesses are. So we have to like probably go back to the library and someone who can find books on different creatures and stuff. Maybe there's something like that, because we don't know any of their weaknesses or what they are really. We just know what we saw, and
I mean,
so we haven't even really identified them then as what
yeah,
they are.
we have seen them. We know they exist, but we have no idea what they are. We just know it's a giant dog creature, vampire looking lady, and a bunch of zombies.
We know we have a giant humanoid wolf. We know that we have a bunch of what we can only identify as zombies. Because I'm fairly certain that at least one of our characters read a book.
So
And
what do you base your weapon off of then? For its abilities?
Oh, simple. Did you ever see what the single cell gauge shotgun can do? Round can do to a human body.
Yes.
It can really mess
Now
them up, but
Now imagine human, or at least human body, being shot by 6 of those per second.
but it's gonna take you 6 days to make it.
Okay, which sounds impressive, but it only would help against the zombies. I think. I don't know if the other, like.
Also, how many turns would it take you to load that thing if you miss?
Oh yeah. Okay.
That's why we prepare. I mean,
I'm all for putting you in front of us and letting you go at it. I'm all good with it. I'll be right behind you.
But we don't have 6 days though. I think it's been made pretty clear that we do not have access to 6 days. I feel like we have maybe 2. We have today to figure some shit out. Hope that we can do something in the night, and then probably that last day is gonna be. So I don't know if 6 days. Unless do we all just want to hunker down in the graveyard, the grave digger's house for 6 days? We'll just stock up on a bunch of foods and stuff, barricade the doors. I mean, I don't know. I feel like the town will be destroyed by then.
It was never stated that there is a hard limit.
Hold on, it's never stated what?
a hard time limit has never been stated, but with the fact that all the police are dead, people
the world's still living.
Panic.
Like, I think like we've learned that consequences from our actions, and spending 6 days hanging out while you build a gun, I feel will have definite consequences of some magnitude. If they don't just break into wherever we are and kill us, I feel like 6 days is too long, and it's well, I next campaign, yeah, all for it. That sounds pretty badass. But maybe after this campaign, you can like retroactively take 6 days to get that done.
Okay, so metagaming aside, I'm questioning the validity of a player having their character make a weapon for a campaign other than the situation he's in right now. I'm having a hard time as a player.
Well, it would apply to this situation because he's saying that he doesn't know what their weaknesses are, but a shotgun shell will shred anything. In theory, the zombies I would say yes. The werewolf I don't know because that's like a weird magical thing. Bullets might not affect it as much. Same thing with the vampire, technically immortal, unless a troll. Okay, maybe.
I mean, now this may be a little bit too, but we all have access to regular children's books and stories, right?
Yeah. Well, that was
Yeah, you can.
question I was gonna ask.
You can always go back to the. You can always go back to the library. You can always make a little trip, out of town, because ultimately you guys are right next to Boston. You can always go to Boston, to a library over there in Boston and do a little bit more research if you need to, or if you want to. I mean, that's in the options.
I was gonna ask because like even in the 1920s, like these things were talked about. Like, wouldn't we have some kind of common knowledge? Would you say, or?
I wouldn't say that everybody and their mom knows about it. I think that especially certain things that we're discussing, I think if anything, probably vampires were more common lore than zombies or than even werewolves. But who's to say? The main point is that ultimately not any of this was like super common knowledge. It wasn't as popular as it is nowadays. That is very common knowledge. So therefore, what I will advise is that just to make sure, for you to try to investigate and find out exactly what works for you in order for your plan to work. Now, otherwise, you might as well just take the 6 days and make the gun.
So, has anybody? Do we have any local lore information achieved?
I'm sorry. Do you have what?
Always local lore, like lore from the town itself.
Well, you can, keep in mind that you are in Salem right now. So it is common that random shit may happen in Salem. This is definitely happened during Halloween night. And it's funny because I found another map of Salem that I was going to use, and the seal that it's got, it's an older map, but the seal that it had, it was pretty funny because the logo was an American flag with a little witch flying in it. But that's not here or there. The main point is that ultimately Salem may be one of the places known for weird shit to happen. So granted that a lot of people are just very concerned right now, and you can imagine that probably not at this moment, because I'm pretty sure that the police officers were just discovered to be dead. But the moment that the people from the town finds out, things are gonna get pretty crazy around town. I would assume that people are gonna start leaving. Businesses are probably gonna start closing. Less and less people are gonna start, hanging out outside their homes. Who knows? Then also probably it'll be a good idea for you guys to determine exactly what's the what's the danger of what you're actually facing, and not necessarily the danger facing based on how badly it can kill you, but mostly as to how badly it can spread out.
I think from a character standpoint, the only way Ruby would be okay with it, spending the 6 days building a gun, is if we'd gone to the library and we had like a decent shot at thinking it would work, and you had called the feds to like back us up for a big showdown.
May I offer an in-game solution? Something that my character would have suggested either way. You know those big truck cement mixers? How they can have about 2 tons of cement that can be used to fill out big holes with the thing.
And you want to
How about you just fill out the? I have
They don't exist in the 19. Yeah, those don't exist in the 1920s.
They did. They were invented in 1916. Just Googled it, but they would have been rare.
You can still get a miniature cement mixer and cement mix.
So,
No, they existed.
all right. So, let's get
They weren't
let's get the
big.
scene going real quick. So the police department just got destroyed pretty much. Everybody got slaughtered in there, and one of you just discovered what just happened over there. There's just dead bodies everywhere. There's a possibility that obviously there's definitely gunshots that have been shot on inside of the station. You can probably see holes on the walls. It will be very hard for you to be able to tell if something else other than people was bleeding in there. Mainly because everything just bleeds red. So,
Like, do I see fur or hair?
no, not necessarily. No. I mean, other than regular hair, no. You do definitely see body pieces everywhere, body chunks.
Nice.
And as I mentioned previously, obviously it will be a matter of luck as to who's still intact and who's not. That used to work over there at the police station. Like, you have as many chances to find the captain in pieces as to find them, like, maybe just bitten. Definitely everybody's dead. Nobody's alive. With the exception of the guy that you guys just arrested. He's just not there. He's just gone. Which it could very well be that, he could have become whatever.
I mean, using my
Did
detective
that.
skills, I've kind of deduced, like, once I see
Or-
he's the only one that's not here.
Right. Or he could
We
also
need to find somebody there
have
that-
run away and escaped.
What about a medical doctor that works here? Has been working for a while.
I'm sorry, what was the question?
What?
Like a medical doctor or somebody who may have seen patients with afflictions, bites, damage.
Maybe the hospital?
that kind- Yeah, somebody that's been around for a long time that we can glean pertinent information from versus just stabbing in the dark.
I would assume.
Otherwise, say we all get some.
Right. I would assume that anybody that had gone through anything like that probably went to the hospital.
Right, so.
But then again, most of you don't know about any of this yet, because he will have to get back with you, with you all, and let you know. Particularly because you guys are not necessarily anywhere that he can reach you. Mainly because, if I recall correctly, when we finished the campaign last time, some of you were going to go to different places. Like you guys were
I was at
dividing the
police
group,
station.
right? You guys were dividing the group to go different places, and I think it was maybe like one or two of you was staying in the house. I don't know for what.
I think Aaron was staying there alone to guard the crime scene.
Okay.
I can't remember. I think they were also gonna dig the graves out, or one of them was
Yeah.
gonna dig the graves out, or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was in the cards. But yeah, so I guess they don't really have a way to know exactly what's going on because they are still there. So unless you go back there, and then even if you go back there, you will be letting some of them know only because I believe that everybody else went somewhere else.
Yeah, I stay behind to make sure no one goes into it.
Right.
And if they ask, I'll just say active crime scene. But you can always call the house if you need to tell me something.
Well, I'm pretty sure, like, right as we were getting done, I was, like, dialing the graveyard.
Oh, right. Right,
And
so,
my character
And,
left home. Okay, we need to do one thing for every character. We need to tell how our homes look like.
Wait,
Because
what?
my character's home would literally be crowded with all sorts of machines and machine parts and tools.
Right, but that wouldn't come up necessarily unless you happen to go to your house. I mean,
Do you know how many times that came up since we started playing? At least once in every campaign.
that you started talking about what your house looked like.
Yeah.
No, but what
I
we
have
have
plastic.
at home and the size of our houses. Yeah, that. came
Right,
up
no,
in
but what I'm
almost
saying,
every
that came
campaign at
up.
least once.
Right. I'm not arguing that you guys were describing your houses and all that. What my point is that happened because you guys were going to somebody's house or you needed to go to somebody's house, so therefore there was a reason as to why you were going to somebody's house, and therefore you guys were trying to find the best suitable house to go to. It's much like trying to find the best suitable next place to go to for whatever reason you need to go to anywhere. What I'm saying is that you just didn't necessarily stood up, like just standing over there and just came out, just decided to start talking about your house. That's what I'm saying.
And because that was what I wanted to state. That's where my character would find materials / tools.
Okay, if you want to go to your house, you can.
And-
You definitely can. You
Except
just
for ammo.
right. You can just plan it out with the rest of them. See if any of them want to go with you. That's fine.
Well, then, if he's going to do that, then my character loves popcorn. He just wants to go to the store, buy one popcorn, and he'll just wait for 6 days and pop the popcorn and see what happens with this town. I mean, this is an adventure. I don't know what's happening right now. I'm really kind of confused with the situation. Everything doesn't seem very linear. It seems very discordant. So I'm kind of confused.
Because none of us know what's happening, and each of us decided to go do our own things.
Well,
Why would our characters?
Tell the captain.
But why would our characters feel threatened or danger, or why would we feel that it was important for us to put our lives on the line for people we don't know?
Well, you're
get
being
involved
paid.
in this?
Well,
Okay.
some of you are being paid. The rest of you are being paid regardless because you're police officers.
Maybe I'm not explaining myself very well. I don't know.
No, but ultimately you're right because obviously common sense is common sense, and ultimately, if there is this thing going on, you probably will say, "Well, screw this," I'm not going in there, and that makes total sense, and that's
Still
why.
logical explanation this season.
And that's why I told you guys that you probably as police officers have some sort of protocol as to what you do in case you ever showed up back at the station and everybody just happens to be dead. So therefore maybe you want to do that instead of just walking into the into what I mean. For all we know, or for all you know, I should say, there may be vampires there. For all you know, there may not be anything in there. I don't know. You don't know for
Do
certain.
we all know what happened to the police?
No,
No,
only
you
I
don't
do.
know yet.
Yeah, not yet.
Not yet.
But we do know people got up out of the ground and started walking around.
Yeah,
And that there was a werewolf and a vampire, but you don't know what it was. But that's
No, there
what it
was a wolf-like biped creature
Yep.
and some weird chick
Yep.
that seemed to have some sort of powers of some sort.
The girl we
Yeah.
recognize from
She
the
was
family.
she was definitely very pale, and she didn't look normal at all. Her eyes were probably glowing a little bit, and
Did we witness violence?
so what?
Did we witness violence?
Well, yeah, you did. Remember that when the werewolf showed up, ultimately that girl walked into the cemetery, and all the zombies, pretty much, the vampire bit her, and then between the zombies and the werewolf, pretty much just ate her.
Okay, so I'm just throwing this out there. So we've all seen horrific violence. Our characters should react as if we've seen some horrific violence.
Most definitely, yes. Most definitely.
I mean, acting calm and going and and research. I mean, there would be some urgency or something else to drive us into some direction.
That is most definitely, yes, 100%.
Okay. So, in that case, though, we need some stimulus from you, GM, to help us guide us into finding some sort of possibility to glean information. Dabbing in the dark seems kind of pointless.
Well, no, that's why I went ahead and I told you what your options are as to what you can do in order to find that information, right? Ultimately, you guys are playing the campaign. What you say that you want to do is what you're going to do. I don't dictate what you do. So I gave you options as to what are the things that you can do. And I'm sorry because the way that the campaign started today started a little off because we started talking about a weapon that will take 6 days to make. And ultimately that dragged down and it became part of the campaign apparently at some point. But no, I definitely don't advise you to make a weapon for 6 days while you have this going on. Definitely, I will try to go to different places that can provide you the information and try to follow whatever protocol the police has when they find like this kind of thing going on, in order to bring some backup for sure. Definitely go back to the library. Definitely, I will try to find out also if maybe there are, I don't know, possibly any other victims that they may have had that strange blood disease that supposedly that girl died of, you know. And then pretty much, I'm pretty sure that once you get some sort of answers from some sort of book, you know, because ultimately that's all you got, unless you can pretty much do some sort of role in which you can have some sort of connection. That,
is there some kind of? Is there? I'm assuming there's like a school. I was just thinking like.
School?
Because, yeah, like maybe someone could talk to a teacher that maybe knows something about history. Like if they know anything about like Greek history or anything like that, because I'm pretty sure like werewolves were a concept in there. So they might have some knowledge that we can learn from them.
Right.
Something
That's what
like
I'm saying. Maybe you can, you know, due to the fact that you guys are police officers and many other professions, right? You can always try to roll, you know, to see if you have some sort of acquaintance that that also happens to be, you know, part of the occult, that has some sort of information about all this stuff.
I think my character has a fairly good motivation to find a connection with the occult. Given the time period, she would have been pretty religious and also familiar with Dracula, because they were more popular with women. So she'd probably seek out like a priest for reassurance, because she thinks it's not real, it's all in a book, but these things keep happening. And like a priest that knows about the supernatural seems realistic.
The priest could probably give you a couple answers. I'm pretty sure that that the that religion, though anything that has to do with religion, will probably be aware as to if anything like that is actually happening or not, and what they know about it. I'm pretty sure that if that's a thing, the Vatican will have some sort of information, and they would pass it along, or they will just hear it.
Yeah, so that's my vote for plan of action.
Okay, so since I'm at the police station, I'm gonna have to call the graveyard, and then I'll look for like the city protocols. That's what I'm doing.
You're gonna have to tell us all because my
Okay.
character didn't feel any need or feeling of rush when
Well,
when he left that morning towards his home. To
If
him,
I
it
remember
was
correctly,
risky.
I left you all there, or did I drive someone around? I can't remember. I thought there was like a driving montage where I dropped people off.
All right. So, okay. So you call the cemetery, you call the house, and you pick up and you talk to whoever's there at this time. Which ultimately we
Yes.
agreed that it was
Aaron.
Keegan, and then Red Wolf is also there because he had the idea of hoping that he could kill some zombies while they were still on the ground. Um, so at least you pass the message to one of them, whichever picks up the phone. Doesn't really matter who, because I'm sure they'll tell each other anyway. The question is, where is Erlian? Erlian, where's your character?
My character, as I said during previous session, my character headed towards home.
Okay, so you went to your house.
Well, yes,
Okay,
because
so
one group is going to prepare the police, as far as I know.
right,
The other one decided to neutralize some zombies before burying their remains. Correct?
yes, right. No, but what I'm trying to
Okay.
determine is if you would be able to find out what happened at the police station or not, which ultimately you wouldn't, because there's no way
I
to talk
wouldn't.
to you yet. Right.
As
Right.
far as I know, there is no rush to do anything. So,
Right.
So he has time to make any and all preparations he can think of.
Right. No, that's fine.
Whether
That's
it's
that's
making
totally
a
fine.
gun, getting his hands on the cement mixer truck to fill out the stones so nothing gets out.
Okay, and then so Arrow.
To read the evil book again.
So Arrow, your character then will be in the same boat. You would have left to see a priest, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So you would have gone to church. All right. So by now, we can assume that at least the people at the house know. So Arrow, you arrive at the church. You arrive to this small church. There's a priest, a couple of nuns, and so right now we agreed that it was the morning. So I want to say that it will be around 9 o'clock, give or take. The church is very rustic, very.
Before you continue, where is everybody right
Well, that's what I was saying. Erlian's character, he went to his house to try to look for parts to build something, and then Arrow, her character, went to a church to try to talk to a priest to see if the priest knows anything. You and Keegan your character and Kia's character decided to stay at the house, and you would have found out what happened at the police station because the other Red Wolf would have called you guys at the house to let you know what he found out when he got to the police station.
So which guy is Keegan? Is that what you
Gary Aaron, the other police detective, like.
Yeah.
So. Yeah, so. The hell you mean everyone's dead?
Yeah, I came here and they're all dead. There's gunshots all over the wall, body parts hanging out. Not the first time I've seen it, but definitely
What the fuck
is
you mean
never
they're
fun.
all dead?
They're all
Yeah. Yeah, I'm like,
Yeah.
I just hold my.
something tore through them.
Yeah, Francis, I'm fucking. Sorry about that. Like, I just like hold the phone. Yeah, parent fucking Lee. Like,
Yeah.
how the hell did they die? As I'm like holding my hand up to
I
it.
mean, I can see bites and scratches, and it looks like body, like limbs are torn off and thrown. It's pretty gruesome. I don't want to fill out this report.
You're gonna have to fucking do it. You're the officer on scene.
I'm also the new captain. I think. I
Bodies getting up?
just looking at it, I think I kind of got promoted.
Hey, everybody's
Yeah.
dead, but guess what? I got a promotion.
Yeah, I'm like- You're sitting in the captain's chair, aren't you?
Yeah, hell yeah, I am. Hell yeah. It's pretty comfy. I get why he always sits here.
Alright, first, Christ
But in all
almighty.
seriousness, I have no idea what to do, but I'm gonna dig around all these files and see if I can find anything that might be of use to help me determine what to do.
Pull the Coast Guard first off.
Oh, yeah,
Next
Not a bad
in
idea.
line military authority figure,
yeah.
and let them know, for Christ's sake, this is a threat.
Or the FBI.
Yeah, I suppose, yeah. Looking around, body parts laying all over. Yeah, you're right.
All right. Second off,
Oh, by the way, guess who's not here?
Gravekeeper.
Yeah, Putz McGee. He's gone. Is his cell like wide open? Like, was it open normally, or was it busted open? Can I tell?
No, it was busted open.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, his cell was busted open. So, kind of weird, right? Kind of making me think that he might have been the werewolf, or the thing we saw last night, the wolf-like thing.
We got a Oh, Christ! Hold on a moment. Yeah, you know the Gravekeeper bastard. Like talking
Yeah,
to
that
Francis now.
that idiot that we held for a while.
Yeah, odds are he's their wolf monstrosity.
What?
Yeah, he went in his cell and apparently it's busted open. You got any contacts, tax to help
Ask
people
him
out?
if he thinks it was busted open from the inside or the outside.
Which way were the bars bent?
Which ways were the bar bent?
Go ahead and roll, because pretty much the bars are not there anymore. So go ahead and roll spot hidden. See if you can find out. Because there were only two bars attached to the walls on the side, and unfortunately the bars are complete. The whole wall that was attached to the side that it was made out of bars that got completely taken
It's kind
out.
of
So
lumped.
therefore, it's not there, and the wall got broken too. So it's just not necessarily possible for you to be able to tell um, just by looking at it which way it got pulled out. Ultimately, the wall that wall with the door and everything, it just seems to be on the ground.
No, I can't.
And he ain't able to
And-
find it.
and-
It's whatever it was fucking strong. If it fucking ripped it out of the damn wall.
Yeah, is there anything in the cell like torn clothes or anything like that? Anything out of
No,
shape?
the whole wall with the bars that is
No, I'm talking
also
inside the cell.
no, inside of the cell you don't see anything, but there's just rubble inside of the cell right now. So other than just pieces of wall and just you know the bedding from the bed that he had there and everything else, you just don't see anything else.
No, I ain't gonna keep you, so call the fucking next in line for the military shipment night.
Yeah.
I think we can hold off on the paperwork for now, though.
That's good. Yeah, let's put it off.
You're still
Forever.
gonna do it when this is over.
Did you want to be captain? Then you have to do it. Or actually, no, I'm captain. You have to fill it out.
You're the officer on scene.
Yeah, but I delegated.
You're not even.
All right, goodbye. Let me know when the report's done. I'm gonna hang up.
I just like slam it, like fucking asshole. Always trying to get out of reports.
That's just nuts.
So we got some beast guy. We got things waking up dead from their graves and walking around and going back. We got some weirdness when this girl gets ripped apart by some beast. What are we gonna do? I mean, he's over there. Ruby's God knows where. I mean, we need to get everybody back together and figure out what the fuck we're gonna do, man. Otherwise, we get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, well, how the my job is to protect and serve. What the hell's going to happen to all the other the other people here? We don't have enough manpower to call for an evacuation. We can't even spread the widespread. Otherwise, people will panic.
Well, I don't know how to stop it without blowing shit up or shooting it. I mean, that's all I know. So,
You
unless
got
you've got
anyone
some
that
sort
can
of-
give you? You know anyone that can give you things to help blow it up or shoot it?
not nearby. I don't live here. I live in New York.
All right, so real quick, so Arrow, your character finally gets to the church, and the priest, there's some nuns. They see you very, very worried, and the priest just approaches you and says, "Oh, hi, are you okay? Is something bothering you?"
I could really use some help. The dead are coming alive out of the graveyard, and sometimes it sounds like the book Dracula, but that can't be real. It's just unholy nonsense happening. Father, do you know what's going on?
The dead coming alive. That is definitely something I've never heard of. Or at least I never heard of it happening in town. I mean, we have had our share of strange things happening. Most of the time, seems to be brought up to witches, but I haven't heard of the dead coming alive. I mean, I have heard from other places. I believe back a couple months ago, I heard that there was somebody over there in not too far from here in Arkham. There was somebody trying to do experiments with dead people and bringing them back alive. But no, I haven't heard anything from here. Is that what's going on? Somebody's doing experiments, getting the dead people alive, or what exactly did you see?
It, I saw the holes in the ground where they had crawled out of their graves, and when we went to the crypt, there were all these really pale people that kind of glowing with an evil aura about them. This girl had some blood disease. Maybe it is an experiment with her blood. I'm not sure this isn't the rapture.
He says, "Oh no, this is much worse than what I thought. This is not just some loony doing experiments." Go ahead and roll. Roll your luck first.
Okay.
All right. It's just I'm gonna be honest with you. I have heard certain stories of things of creatures that are undead. I have never heard of anything about the dead walking, but I have heard of people that, or not people, because once they're dead, they're not people anymore. But I have heard of stories of the undead, but they were just stories, some stuff that I heard from other people, just talking. The people that die, and they're apparently due to some sort of virus. They're not necessarily completely dead, and therefore they're not alive either. And as long as they continue drinking blood from the living, they can continue roaming around. But I tell you what, I do have a small library downstairs in the church's basement that it's sort of an occult or a secret type of library. We don't necessarily allow most people to just come to it, because there's a lot of information, and not everything is meant for everybody's eyes to see. But you're more than welcome to come with me and maybe see if you can find something, what you're looking for.
Come into my basement and let me show you something.
She's way too trusting. Oh, that sounds perfect. I need to know more about what's going on, or how I can protect myself from this or anything.
Well, I honestly, being here in town for a couple months, I haven't been able to read every single book we have in here, and most of the books I have read are books that have stuff to do with religion and Catholicism and anything that provides me more knowledge, and it'll gives me some idea of what to talk about the following Sunday. But all in all, you're more than welcome to look in there and see what we have. I'm pretty sure I don't really want to call it science fiction right now, because ultimately, one could argue that, us, religion, and everything could be science fiction. But then once you see this kind of thing that you're describing happening, also kind of hard to define it as science fiction too. So, and then, as you go walking, you go downstairs, and obviously he's telling you all this as he's walking. and eventually you get there, and it's a pretty modest library. Maybe it's nothing huge. There are, I want to say, possibly, let's see, just a moment. So there are about 61 books altogether, tops. And as you can imagine, majority of those books are going to be all about religion and things like that. But you're more than welcome to go ahead and roll library use and see what you find.
It's definitely not a skill I'm good at. Yeah.
I believe in ya.
Yeah, it was a fail.
Yeah, you want to push it? You can use your luck and buy that roll if you want.
Yeah, I'll use my luck.
Okay. So deduct 2 points of your
My
luck.
luck points go down, right? By the number.
2 points. All right. So.
Oops.
All right. So ultimately, you do find. Go ahead and roll a 1d5. I want to see how many different things you find. Okay, one book. All right, so you find one book. This book talks about the vampires. It gives you a specific description as to what the creature is. It tells you that it is a creature that needs blood to live. It tells you what the weaknesses are. It's been written by a guy named Van Helsing, and you read over there in the book that they are very susceptible to garlic, holy water, crucifixes, and sunlight, particularly sunlight.
Okay. I will. If the priest is okay with it, I'll take the book with me and head back to the house. If he's not, I'll write down as many notes as I can on weaknesses and stuff, and then head back to the group.
Okay. Go ahead and roll luck again. Yeah, the priest is there, so you won't be able to take the book, but you can write the notes.
Okay.
All right. So you're heading back. So now going back to Arlian. Arlian, what is your character hoping to find at home?
Anything that can work as a repeater, so parts of the motorcycle's engine, the throttle pedals, or something similar for trigger, casings that are made out of metal, which wouldn't be that difficult. Receiver, where would be.
All right.
And I should give an entire list of things that can be used to make a gun. I mean, I can.
Okay. All right. So we're gonna go ahead and assume that. I mean, I was going by the roll that you rolled today. I was still talking about that the machine gun shotgun.
As I said, my character doesn't know. He doesn't feel an urge to rush things because, as far as I remember, we weren't informed that deaths happen every night.
Okay, but that's what I'm saying. You're trying to find parts for that gun, not for, or for another gun.
For that gun.
Okay,
said,
for that gun. Okay.
Feel rushed.
All right. No, yeah, that's fine. That's totally
Any of
fine. Okay. So yeah, you know, within a couple of hours, go ahead and roll a 1d5.
seconds.
All right.
Two.
So within 2 hours, you managed to find all the parts that you needed.
And the rest is just carefully shaping them and combining them, which will take a few days.
Yeah,
Unless,
pretty much.
or at least until they inform me that what happened and
Yeah, I will be doing
Two
that,
sides,
testing
maybe
it, make
plan.
sure that the gun works properly. I'm sure you're gonna put it together at some point, and the gun may not work, so you have to fix something or whatever. The whole point is that the gun is not gonna work for 6 days. So
yeah, pretty much.
all right, so yeah, so you found that, and what do you do after you find the parts?
And start working on the receiver chamber.
Okay, so you're gonna stay home working on the gun.
casing. As you said, I wasn't informed of anything unpleasant happening, so yeah,
Other
not
than
feeling
the
rushed.
girl dying. You remember the girl dying and zombies
Oh.
and there's a vampire and a wolf person. You were there and
Oh,
they were
he knows.
staring at me. So
He knows. But he's also aware that nothing good will happen from them just doing something stupid. So it's job of police to limit the damage that's potentially happening. His job is to prepare in case everybody else decides to go and do something borderline suicidal. If you inform him of it, when you inform him, then the plan will change.
yeah, do any of us know where you went or where you live?
Well, he told you he was going to his house. Go ahead
None of us
and
know.
yeah, I don't think he would have. I don't think he.
Operator and like, hello, can I have the number for Damien Torviak?
Yeah, and you can probably pull his number from the police station too.
Yeah, like, hello, this is Officer Gary Aaron with the badge number 943. Please connect me to Damien V. Torovic. Torovic.
But yeah, no, definitely you can. Okay, so the phone rings at your house, Arleon, and
Hello, Darwin here.
It's Gary. Turns out our local graveyard keeper might be a wolf man. Tore through the damn precinct, having a night call up reinforcements. Hopefully they'll get here soon.
Do we have any plan?
Fuck if I know. This threw a lot of wrenches in our system. If the police are out, there's a lot of things we don't know. Hopefully when Ruby gets back we might get some more information. In the meantime, me and Francis here are going to stick around, make sure no one actually goes into this place. If all else fails, we can just fucking go grab some. Actually, would there be a hardware store with cement in this era?
with cement.
Yeah, dry
Yeah.
cement powder.
Yeah, I'm sure you've. I mean,
Yeah,
there wouldn't be a hardware store, but there will be probably like a store that will sell everything, like a wholesale type store, whatever.
and even that time they did have, I don't know what's the term in English, but
So pretty much
material
We're going.
and
We're going to assume that during the
material
phone
not
call,
to-
we're going to assume that during the phone call, they let you know about what happened at the police station,
literally the first thing I did. Yes.
Yeah.
Like, all right, I got an idea. Like, Francis, come over here. Like, all right, either you know how to use those concrete mixers, the miniature ones.
I'm familiar how to do it, yes. You want to cement the entire thing?
I'm thinking more like the graves, just to limit what they can do. At the very least, they won't be able to get out.
Yes, we can do that this easily.
Alright. Francis. Francis, why don't you go meet here? I'll call McKnight. I'll not. Afterwards, in an hour, just get as much cement as you can and hand him a 10 or get as much as you can.
I mean, technically, because it's police business, you can probably get it on the account of the city.
The logistics of covering all those graves it's not going to work. We won't be able to stop.
We're not covering the graves. We're just filling in the holes that they left. Even by a little, that should slow them down dramatically.
You could just dig
probably
inside, around it. I mean, it's not even.
Not if it's on them.
Would weigh them down. You pour it directly onto them.
After all, if they were able to dig out, we can easily pour it down onto it.
All right. So at that time, while you guys are brainstorming about the concrete, Arrow's character walks in the house.
I got some information on what these creatures are. They're weak to garlic, holy water, crosses. I think we've actually got some progress.
Well, I sent Francis out to meet Damien at the hardware store. They'll be getting some cement and we'll be able to fill up the holes and hopefully slow down the undead.
Okay. I don't know much about building stuff, so.
We could use a cement mixer as well.
Yeah. Now we just need all the manpower we can get. Oh, and me and Knight are the only police officers left in town. He's currently calling up the military and whatnot for emergency
You guys are what?
Left in town, where'd they go?
Hopefully to heaven, but
Help.
yeah, but I know some of them ain't exactly the holiest, so. Yeah.
That was good.
Our friendly local graveyard keeper is the Wolf Man.
I would beg to differ. There's holes all over these bodies.
I was tempted to say depends on how they were killed.
Yeah, I'm saying that. I'm being sarcastic, alright?
No, I get you.
I guess you're right, there was something sketchy about that guy.
Yeah, the fact that he wanted to lock us in there in the first place was sketchy.
It makes sense now. Now it makes a lot of sense.
Well, I've got my rosary. Maybe if we could get buckets of water, we could make some holy water. Anybody good at carving? We could make some crucifixes.
Give me 2 pieces of wood and an axe and a hammer.
Okay, listen, Ruby's good at cooking, and that's about it. We're cooking and fighting.
Those are good skills.
Yeah, hold on, there's one in my desk. I'll call Knight and have him bring it once he's done. Knight, everyone's here. We got an idea. Filling up the holes with cement to cover the bodies.
Huh.
Yeah, expect the tax write-off, by the way, Captain.
Thanks.
You do know that's more paperwork for you, right?
I'll just delegate that to my second. It's okay.
Anyways, just
That is one way to keep them in the grade.
just bring the cross that's in my desk.
Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah, I can do that.
What desk?
I'm gonna walk over. Hey, we got desks. We work at the police station.
We're detectives. Of course we got desks.
But
The bullpen.
but you're not at the police station.
I am.
Oh well, yeah, you are, but he's not.
Yeah, but we're on the phone.
Oh, okay, never mind.
Yeah, I'm calling him to like let him know that the game plan and the fact that I want him to bring the cross that's at my desk.
Okay. Okay, so by now then it's safe to say that all of you know the information that she found out at the church, where
Movie says
pretty much how to
the
deal with the vampire.
Yeah, they're basically according to them undead vampires, holy water, garlic, and a cross will
Yep.
help.
In sunlight.
Wait, well, I already have a crucifix and holy water.
Yeah, well, get more, man.
And
Roommates-
you said vampire. I'm gonna flip through my diary from that girl. Like, oh, it all makes sense now. But yeah, I still have that diary. So when I get back, maybe we can check that out, see if there's any clues that we can help figure some stuff out.
Perfect.
Yeah,
But
I'll
oh
see
yeah,
him in an
I'll
hour.
get your cross. Yeah. Well, I still have to call. To be honest, I just been sitting at the captain's desk, just kind of living it up. But I'll call people now. Like I'll take care of it. But
You better been actually thinking about what you're going to say, or I swear to God, I'll skin ya.
yeah, that's how it's done.
Night.
Yeah. No, it's I got it. Don't worry about it. I got it.
I just hate
We'll see.
So by now, just so you know, by now it will be probably between all the stuff that you guys done, the 2 hours that went by with aliens making his gun, the time that it took him to get to his house and do that and then come back, the time that it took everybody to arrive, for Arrow to arrive to the church and then get back over there. So I want to say that by now it will be like about 1 o'clock. And with that being said, that will mean that you've probably been sitting on the captain's desk for a good, 4 hours?
Yeah. I mean, unless I can get a chance to call people before that, but I
Yeah.
just figured all that happened.
Yep.
I mean, yeah, I was planning on looking through the files and stuff to see if there was a game plan. But, like, through the captain's files, I was going to see.
So, if you want to look through the captain's files, go ahead and roll spot hidden. Why not? All right. Look at you. By the way, Arrow, I forgot to mention, when you found that information about the vampire with the book and all that, and you read, go ahead and roll a 1d2. Actually, go ahead and roll sanity first.
How's it?
Sanity. Okay, go ahead and roll a 1d2. Because ultimately, you didn't see pictures, you just found the crazy information. And I'm going to have you roll the sanity due to the fact that those 2 points that you're going to lose, you're going to add them to your Cthulhu mythos. Alright, so because now you know information about some sort of evil creature. So when it comes to you at the police station, looking at the captain's files, you had that spy hidden, so you found the files, and you will find that there have been. Go ahead and roll a 1d10, please, and thank you. Nine cases of people having different types of blood diseases that they all died, and that ultimately they were all buried at the cemetery. And go ahead and roll a 1d5, please, and thank you. Zach, you there? Okay,
Yep.
there you go. All right, and two people that were potentially bitten by a werewolf that did survive. One of them being the keeper. The other one is just a random person that lives in the town. You can get the names from the reports.
Does it give him? Yeah, I would like to get their names.
Yep, you do get the names from the reports.
Is it important to note down, or are we just gonna assume?
It would be important if someone else also got bit, you know?
Like, then we can kind of track that guy down and just make sure that he's not spreading things around.
Yeah.
Because at this point, after seeing that he was bit by something and he was acting funny and he busted himself out, or something busted out, and I can assume that something. I would like to follow up on anyone else that was bit by it.
Okay. So, all right. So you write that information down, and you got the addresses and everything from whoever they are. Anything else you want to do at the police station?
I mean, would I be able to find the number for, like, the next highest in the department? I don't know if that would be
Well,
the National
you
Guard
do
or
have, phone numbers for Boston's police department over there. You do have the number for the FBI there too. So that's pretty much it.
Alright, well, I suppose I'll dial up the FBI.
Finally.
Okay. All right. So the phone rings and somebody picks up. Says, what was the name of this guy? Hold on.
Nick Casey, what you need?
One sec.
Just a random name terms he possibly used.
No. I'm looking for somebody in specific. One sec. I'm looking through my list right now. Okay. Detective Mackey from the FBI.
Detective Mackey, this is Detective Knight with Salem PD.
How did you get this number?
It was on my desk here. Sorry, I misspoke. I'm actually Captain Knight now, and that's actually why I'm calling. Something is happening in Salem that I think we're gonna need some help with. Last night we were staking out the graveyard. There was reports of assaults
and we saw a wolf creature standing on two legs, eating an innocent woman. When I came to the police station to update everyone, everyone was dead. Like,
Whoa,
body
whoa.
parts over the place and bullets. There was some kind of attack, and one of the cells were busted open from someone that I had apprehended earlier that was connected to the whole case, and I don't know where he is. And possibly there's one other person that could be doing that same thing. So,
Whoa. Calm down, fella. So you were at the cemetery and you witnessed some sort of animal eating a woman?
it was an animal. It stood on two legs, like you and me,
And
but
how
it looked like a wolf.
how did you make how did you make it to
Now,
survive
how
that?
big was it again? Wasn't it like you said it was 60 feet tall or something?
16
Or
feet,
30
yeah.
feet tall. You said it was
16 feet.
16 feet. Yeah,
Yeah.
it was a 16-foot wolf
Yeah.
standing on two legs.
Oh, okay. And how many of you survived that altercation?
We were in the stakeout point. By the time we were able to react, it was too late. But there was two of us, two detectives and three civilians.
So two of you witnessed a woman being eaten alive, and you guys didn't do nothing?
Yeah, why don't you come here and check it out, and you'll understand.
I see. Huh. And so this just so I get this straight, this creature that is 16 feet tall, eating women
Yes.
around.
Yes. And there's also a thing called vampires that I just learned about.
A vampire.
There's vampires.
So you did say first that that you were a detective, and then you said you're the captain.
Yes.
So are you a detective? Are you the captain?
I am acting captain until we can determine who's next in line. As of right now, in the police station, I am the highest ranking officer. So yes, I am acting captain.
And so whatever happened to everybody else?
I just told you they're all dead. I need you to send someone here to help me. 4 people, like a lot of people.
They're all dead.
I'm telling you, I told you they are all dead.
How did they die?
It's a problem. I told you they were ripped up. They were shredded. There's limbs flung all over the place. There's bullet holes everywhere. Blood's everywhere.
And where
It's
were
a
you?
problem. I was staking out. I was at the cemetery staking out, and then after I was going to come in to report the problem, I came into this.
And who killed them?
Oh my god, did you not listen to anything?
I'm just not following up here. You're telling me that you were at the cemetery, that some sort of creature ate a woman, and then you also at the same time you tell me that you were at the police station and that everybody at the police station died, and that you are a detective but are working as an active captain. Meanwhile, you are saying that you witnessed the woman being killed, but you didn't do anything at all to stop it. So,
Is it
what's
really
the
the
story
only thing
here?
you're holding on to right now? You don't understand what was I going to do with a 16-foot wolf creature that literally ate
Were you
a woman?
alone?
It was me and one other person. It was still a 16-foot wolf. What
So,
was I supposed
so
to
there
do?
was only two
Also,
of you.
I forgot to mention the zombies. There have been reports of creatures, those assaults were zombies, and that's in the reports. So there were zombies there too. There was like 60 of them. At what point do you think 2 officers can handle a 16-foot wolf creature that was eating someone, a vampire lady that is known to have
wicked strength and almost immortal, and then 66 zombies. So excuse me if I stayed in the house and waited to let people know instead of, dying and then everyone else not knowing.
I
The
see.
priority is the case, and I needed to report in. The only way to do that was to go in to the police station, came to the police station, everyone dead. And now I'm here calling you, asking for help. Fucking help, please.
The police don't necessarily have to intervene with it if you're getting assault in progress, unless if they feel like their lives are threatened.
Okay, so and you're saying you're in Salem. All right, so I am right now in New York. So it's gonna take me a couple of hours to get to you.
All due respect, sir, it doesn't have to be you. Is there anyone, everyone? What about Boston? Is there an FBI station in Boston?
I don't really
send
know
people?
if we have an FBI right now available in Boston. I will try to find out. Otherwise, I will get there and I will assess the situation. And then once I assess the situation, I'm going
No.
to
More than just you, right? Like a whole crew of people.
Well,
I
first-
feel like we
First,
do
I'm
not
going
have
to
a
go
police
there
force.
and
We
assess
need
the situation,
the
and then
police
once I
force.
assess the situation, then I'm going to call for backup if that is needed.
No, I'm telling you, there is no police force. There's literally only 2 officers right now, me and my partner. That is
Okay.
it. We need a police force.
Have
We need
you
to send more people to
contacted
help us
Boston's
police normal
police
day
department?
operations. What was that?
Have you contacted Boston's police department? I am sure that
I
they
don't have
will
that
be
number.
sending you
I was
some
not told that. I
officers
don't have
too.
that number. Can you give me that number and I'll call them next? You come here, you can still come, but if you can give me that number, I'll call them also.
Just call the operator and tell him to transfer you to Boston's police department. But in any case, as I was saying, I'm sure that they will be more than willing to lend you some officers if you don't have any more officers in town.
I
That's
feel like you're really downplaying the fact that literally every officer is dead now. Like
no. I
there's a
understand
serious
this is.
problem.
I understand this is imperative. I understand that you're saying that everybody's dead, and that's why I'm saying. The next thing for you to do is for you to contact the police department at Boston for them to send you some reinforcements. I am also going to be there very, very soon. Try to see exactly what is it that you're working for. And in the meantime, while I get all my stuff together and I get there, I'm going to try to contact the pretty much the government. I'm going to talk to Washington, see if there's anything that we're supposed to do, and see if we get any approval for anything higher than just a detective to go there.
Okay, I'll call Boston.
All right.
Should
I will be
telling
there
people
within a
some-
couple of hours. Where should I meet you?
I mean, at either the cemetery or the police station. That seems to be my 2 primary locations.
Okay, I will be. Where's the crime scene?
The crimes.
Both
Where is
places.
it, man? I'm telling you, literally, the entire town could be a crime scene. I have no idea. There is no police force to help me with this
Okay.
investigation.
So,
And the police, for sure,
where
though,
is the
police
girl
station,
that was?
Everyone's dead
Where's
and
the
at the
girl that was
cemetery.
eaten by the?
at the cemetery.
Okay, I will meet you at the cemetery then.
I feel like they're both crime scenes, though. I feel like one's way more serious than the other.
Which
But,
one? Which
okay,
one's more
cemetery,
serious?
Cemetery. No, cemetery. We'll
Okay.
just be at the cemetery. It'll be great.
All right, I
I'm
will
gonna call
meet you there
Boston.
within a couple of hours. All right, he hangs up.
Great. Drive safe. Yeah. So I'm gonna, I guess, dial up the operator and try and get in touch with Boston PD or the National Guard. Like I didn't know that was an option the whole time. Can I just dial in the National Guard and Boston?
Yeah, you can dial the
Oh,
National Guard, but the
Congressman, I
National
don't know.
Guard probably won't They may not be able to give you the time of the day unless they have presidential approval. So,
No,
but yeah,
fair
you
enough.
can call them.
Austin PD it is.
But yeah, you can call them. I mean, there won't be anything wrong by calling them.
I don't want to waste my time. I'm just gonna call Austin.
Okay.
Pitch though. I don't think I'm gonna tell him about the werewolves and stuff. I think I'm just gonna tell him everyone's dead and come help.
Okay.
Don't
So,
mention the creatures, maybe. Not yet.
That would be
all right. So the
my
phone, somebody
thing.
picks
You know,
up
don't
over
mention
there.
the creepy kids.
Somebody picks up and says, "Boston Police Department. What's the situation?"
This is acting captain Devin Knight for Salem PD. There was a situation that caused all of our police officers to get murdered. And I don't have a police force. Can you help me to provide extra police force in Salem?
I don't have authority for
great.
that, but let me patch you to the to the captain, and he can decide what he should be doing, what we should do in this situation. All right.
Yeah, we'll
Please
talk
wait.
captain to captain.
All right. So the captain picks up. Hello, McKnight. Hi, this is
Yes.
Captain Johnson from Boston's Police Department. So I heard something about you being active captain right now. What happened to the captain?
There was an attack at the police station, and everyone was brutally murdered. I have no idea what happened, but right now we do not have a police force, and I need like everything that you can supply me with police and weapons and anything that can help us. Because as of right now, we do not have a police force, and there is possibly a brutal killer on the loose, and we have no way to track him down without a police force.
Okay, and do you have an idea as to who the killer is?
We have some theories,
I mean,
but nothing concrete.
can you be a little bit more specific as to what kind of attack are we talking about? It's very hard to. I'm having a real hard time wrapping my mind about how just one fella can take out a whole police department.
Are you a fan of Greek mythology?
Are we being serious right now?
Not being open with that.
Are we being serious right now? Is this a prank call? Does the captain
it's
know
not a
you're
prank
calling?
call. The captain is dead. That's what I'm telling you.
Okay, so
Listen,
then
okay, fine.
then how
okay,
do-
okay, no, Captain Johnson, sir. I'm gonna be straight with you. So, last night I was staking out the cemetery because there have been reports of the bodies digging themselves out of the graves and attacking people. So I was staking it out to see for myself if it was true or if it was just a lie, and it was true. Along with those zombies or the undead, there was a giant wolf creature that stood on two legs that was like 16 feet tall, and a female vampire. That is an actual vampire. You can look it up. I can show you the book once you're here. But so that's a thing. The other two things I'm not sure about, but they are real. I saw them. And after that all happened, I was going in to report to the captain because he wanted me to do this case. Like, I was priority case, so I was going to report to him, and everyone in the police station was torn apart. There was blood everywhere, limbs everywhere, bullets, holes everywhere, and the cell that contained the gravedigger for the cemetery that we had apprehended at a connection, something happened in his cell, was busted out, and he is gone. No blood, no nothing. He is just straight up gone. Whatever was in there was
left is just rubble now. But everyone at the police station is dead. So I have reason to believe that the grave digger turned into that monster, or a monster like that, because he has been reported by getting bit by an animal.
I see.
And everyone else is dead. And there's bite marks and claw marks all over the bodies. I don't know what to do, but I really need you to send people. Like, everything that you can help me send. And I tell you what, you can come yourself, and if you find this all to be a lie, any of it to be a lie, you can just fire me, and I will be done. But, like, this is for real. I'm putting my entire life and career at this. This is real.
He says, well, right now, I have, as you can imagine, Boston is a much bigger place than Salem is, right? Right now, I do have 54 police officers available over here at the station. I'm going to be able to send you. Give me just a second, I'll tell you. I can send you 26 officers.
Yes, that is perfect. Just bring the heaviest gear you can, because I don't know what to expect. And
yeah, I'm gonna send you my
just
Lieutenant 2,
there.
which is gonna keep me updated.
Yes.
So I'm just gonna be straight with you. This is gonna go two ways. Whether you're telling the truth, and hopefully the FBI is gonna get involved, and hopefully we'll get some major.
I forgot to mention that. I called the FBI.
Right.
I didn't get the guy's name, but he's on his way here too.
So hopefully all this happens, and you're telling the truth and all that, and then I'll tell you what, if everything pans out and everything goes well, you will be captain at the end of this. If
that's awesome.
Yeah, if this is not turn out to be true, then my friend, you're going to be in a lot of legal trouble, just so you know. So I'm just letting you know, that's just so you're aware of. Not that I want you to worry about that, because I'm pretty sure
I'm
that.
not worried at all. I'm not going to touch a single thing at this police station. It's going to stay exactly as is, minus a few personal effects.
Well, yeah, that is also a crime scene too. That is also a crime scene also, and I know that you just found it over there. Some of my men are going to go through the police station and pretty much fill out a report exactly on how things are. So hopefully you haven't touched a lot of things in there. You don't want to incriminate yourself.
I've only walked around, and then I sat at the captain's chair, and then I called you guys in the FBI.
Okay.
After I'm done with this, I went through some of the files to figure out about these reports, if there was anything connected. I did that too. But and then I'm going to grab some personal effects. Am I allowed to grab some weapons, because I need to be prepared?
Yeah, no, definitely. But you know what? I will caution you to maybe just stay put until my men arrive.
I'm going to be at the cemetery. There's another scene at the cemetery. Like I was saying, that's where the first attack was. That's where everything's originating. So I'm going to be doing some investigating from the cemetery.
Okay. Well, some of my men
50-50, and half to the police station, half to the cemetery.
I'm gonna send my men to the police station, and then they're gonna go. Some of them from there, they're gonna go to the cemetery to meet you.
That'll work.
Okay. All right. Very well. They should be able to take care of everything. Get with whoever needs to get in order to get that police station straightened out, and they will be under your command over there. Once they give me a phone call verifying your story, and until you're able to recruit over there replacements.
Very good. Thank you, sir. I do appreciate that.
Oh, you're most welcome. Hope and
And you
best
won't
of
be
luck to you.
disappointed.
Best of luck to you. And he
Thank
hangs up. So,
Alrighty.
what's next?
I'm gonna go grab the crucifix off of Gary's desk. I'm gonna just grab a couple duffel bags of, I don't know, assortment of weapons just to bring to the cemetery in case we need them. I don't want to. I'm gonna be careful not to touch anything or take anything. I'll just leave it as so. I will grab some. I don't know. I'm assuming they have some kind of cop tape that you can, like, for crime scene tape.
Police
Yeah.
tape.
So
Yeah.
I'll put some police tape around the door. I'm gonna lock the doors. Like, I'm gonna make sure all the doors are locked so no one can come in. No one can. Oh, actually, well. All right. Well, yeah. You know what? Still, I'm gonna lock the doors. How far would Salem be from Boston?
Oh, you can look it up in Google Maps. It shouldn't be that far. I want to say it's probably like, with vehicles from that time, I want to say about 2 to 3 hours. A 2 to 3 hour drive.
Okay.
33 minutes.
Oh shit.
Okay. So
Well,
maybe.
fuck, in that case, I'll just wait.
Yeah.
I guess. I thought it was gonna take like a couple of hours. If it's only a half hour to 45
Yeah,
minutes.
we can
then
say
I'll
about an hour or so, considering
Okay,
vehicles
then
are a
I'll
lot
just-
slower.
Then I'll just collect all that stuff. I'll leave the front door unlocked, and I'll just have my
Yeah.
weapon bags on the desk and sitting in the captain chair waiting for them to arrive and check it out.
All right, so the police arrives. You see 26 guys come out of many different police cars, and one of them just approaches you. He's like, "Hi, we come on behalf of Captain Johnson. My name is Lieutenant Jordan.
Yes, I was told you were coming.
He told me to come because you guys have some sort of situation going on over here. Apparently, you lost all your men, and we're here to
Yes,
fill in.
please come inside.
Well, yeah. We can go inside. I just want to look inside first, real quick, before everybody walks in, and then we'll.
I can easily imagine him yelling,
Yeah,
Jesus
but
Christ.
yeah, just it's very gruesome. So please just prepare yourself.
Says, okay, well, so he opens the door and he's like, "Oh,
Yeah.
oh, well, do you guys have? Was there a bear inside of this police station?"
No, did the captain tell you about the 16-foot wolf creature that I saw last night?
No, we don't know anything about a 16-foot wolf.
Oh, yeah. Well, I told your captain about it, but yeah, no, I have reason to believe, and I'm gonna walk over to the captain's desk. I'm gonna show him all the reports. I'm gonna sprawl it out on the desk and just like crazy, like, so all this stuff is connected here. People in the cemetery were buried with this blood disease. And I think that's how the undead started. There was 2 people reported bit by some kind of creature. One of them was the grave digger that I had arrested that was connected to this case. And his cell, you can go look at his cell, is busted out and he's gone. So I have reason to believe that he was the one that did this. I don't know where he is though. That's why I called you guys. I need you guys to help me find him.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, I get that. So how did he got here?
He was arrested as a human. It was the grave digger. He was the head grave keeper. I don't know what his name is, but we had arrested him because he tried to lock us into a tomb while we were investigating the crimes of the undead assaults.
I see.
And so he started getting aggressive with us and swung at us, so we had to put him under arrest, and we booked him in. And just overnight, he busted out of jail, or something happened, and he's no longer in jail overnight, and everyone else is dead.
Just, oh, I see, I see. Well, that is indeed a problem.
Very much so.
So, so are you the only survivor?
Me and my partner Gary, Detective Aaron, he's at the cemetery right now watching the other crime scene.
Okay, okay. All right. So I'm gonna leave the man over here to take care of everything, and I guess you and I can go to the cemetery. I want to talk to Gary, and then just get his side of the story, whatever's going on, and
Yeah.
then we can
You
go
think
from
we
there.
You think we can? Yeah, no, that would be good. Yeah, have these guys stay here, check this all out. I just want to make sure this is all cleared and everything's legit, because I know how crazy it sounds. I know how crazy I sound, but everything I'm telling you is true.
All right. So you guys get in the car and you get going. Meanwhile, someone knocks the door at the house at the cemetery.
Who is it?
FBI.
Revolver.
I spoke
No.
with someone named Deputy McKnight. He told me to come over here because you guys have a situation apparently with some sort of woman being eaten by a dog, and the police dying. So I'm here to try to verify what's going on and determine the severity of the situation.
Yeah, like open the door, and as I holster my weapon,
And he looks at you and he says, "Wait,
Detective Aaron.
I thought all police were dead."
No, I told him my partner was alive.
You survived?
I was here the same night.
Okay, so can you tell
police-
me exactly what happened?
There's a fucking horde. I don't know if they're undead or not. There's at least a mob of people, a giant animal-like man that ate a woman, like tore a woman apart, limb from limb. She acted as if she was in a haze. I feel like a fucking lunatic, but it's the damned truth.
I see.
Like-
See. And
Listen, and
he looks to the side and he sees the rest of the group.
Can cooperate with my story.
He looks to the side and he sees the rest of the group, and he says, "Were they here too?"
Yes, they were. We were low on manpower at the time, so we asked for volunteers, and paid them handsomely. Independent contractors at this point.
Whoa! I don't even know this guy. I don't know what he's talking about.
Well, if you don't know him, what are you doing here? He says. How did you end up here?
I don't think Francis is there. He's filling holes, right? Concrete.
Oh, okay. Okay. So you will be
Yeah.
outside. So,
Yeah. Whether or not
but I'm
the
sure
whole,
Era's character is there, Arlene's character is there. So, so he says, "Okay, well, okay, so you're saying you have some dead people coming out of graves,
Yeah,
and
follow me,
then
like,
and then you have some sort of humongous wolf.
like I said, it's insane. Like, here, follow me. You'll see, like, as you can tell, for some godforsaken reason, it looks like as if they actually dug themselves out from the ground. You can see how the dirt is arranged. As much as I hate to say it, it might legit be true. But, and regardless if it's true or not, something is getting in and out of these graves. So as one of the remaining police officers in town, I've decided to have these filled, so it, or at the very least be harder for whatever freaks are doing this to get what they want.
So he says, okay, well, do you have a plan
And
of action?
then, what?
Do you have a plan of action?
Yeah, we're waiting until some more reinforcements come, so we can
Well, the
make sure
reinforcements came and are here. I mean, I came with 25 other police officers. Currently, they are at the police station trying to straight up the mess over there.
Oh, thank Christ. Okay, then,
But
yeah,
ultimately, if
in
we need
case-
them, I can call them and tell them to get here. Um, I'm sorry, we're talking to the FBI right now. I was told,
Yeah.
he says, I was told that that Boston was sending some officers, 26 officers were coming over here. I did call the Boston Police Department and I spoke with Captain Johnson over there, and he told me that he spoke with Deputy McKnight and was informed of the situation. So I'm just here trying to verify exactly what's going on, and ultimately, I mean, other than the fact that of the story you're telling me, maybe the holes on the graves, but I personally haven't seen anything remotely crazy yet.
Yeah,
I mean,
no,
we
that's
need
the thing.
we need some more substantial in order to be able I mean, in order to get it to get the National Guard, I will need approval, presidential approval for that.
Again, I understand. Anyways, since the boss and PD are here, thank God, we're now going to wait for night to get here, and if you're willing, we do know there is a tunnel in that there crypt over there, with an abnormally heavy door. Here, like I show him, like, had to break the damn thing just so it doesn't lock us in.
Right.
Like, here, go ahead, push it.
And he looks. He's like, okay. So I'll tell you what we're gonna do, because ultimately, I have the impression that certain things over here tend to seem to be happening only at night.
Yes, I understand.
Okay. So then what I'm going to do is I'm going to stick to you guys tonight. And we're going to look at things. And then depending on how bad the situation is, I will contact the president tomorrow and see if provided that we need that kind of assistance, the National Guard, then I will call and I will have the president approve it for us.
All right. Well then, the shack over there has the phone. You can stay there the night. This is just.
Is this your place?
This is a lot. No, this is the Graveyard Keepers. We had to, due to the fact that we had evidence on him being suspected of being related to this. We decided to at least look around, see if we could find anything.
All right. By the way, right now, sorry to cut you off. Right now will be around 3 o'clock, and also, McKnight will be walking in, including with Jordan, with Lieutenant Jordan.
Hey,
Hey.
FBI friend finally arrived.
Oh, you must be Deputy McKnight. And is this Lieutenant
acting captain
Lieutenant
Knight.
Jordan?
I'm gonna shake his hand.
I am Johnny Mackey from Boston FBI. So I was explaining to your comrade here. He was putting me up to date with the information, and I was telling him that what I'm gonna do, mainly because I don't see anything remotely out of the ordinary right now, besides the fact that you do have a problem at your police station. I don't necessarily see anything out of the ordinary as to for me to be able to tell the president that he needs to approve for the National Guard to get here. So what I'm gonna do is tonight I'm gonna
Can I
stick
show
to
him the
you
reports?
guys.
Can I show him the reports of the stuff?
Give me just a moment, he says. So yeah, no, I know that there's reports of things. I've seen the reports. We have access to that information. So ultimately, I get it. I get that there's reports. I understand that you are probably telling me the truth. But I need to be able to assess these things. I need to be able to see exactly what we're talking about. So just tonight, I'm going to stay with you, and I'm going to see whatever happens. And then in the morning, I'll be happy to phone the FBI headquarters and ask for presidential approval for the National Guard.
Okay, that's okay. Should I'm gonna look over to Gary and like, should we maybe not cement one or two of the grades just so we can prove the zombies thing in case the cement works?
Fair enough. Will be.
I mean,
I don't know, like,
you're
Just
the
'cause
one
I feel
that
like we need to have 100% of the story before.
he says. I mean, I honestly don't know what we're up against over here. You're the one that witnessed all this stuff over last night, and at that point, the other redwood that was burying the zombies on concrete, he walks in. It's like, I don't know exactly. I mean, ultimately, you're the ones that witnessed this, so you know the severity of the situation. If you think that we're safe over here inside this house, then that's fine. We'll stay inside this house. I mean, ultimately, we're police officers, so as long as nobody else is in danger, we don't really have to do anything but just sit inside. Ultimately, if somebody's in danger, we will have to come out and try to assist. I mean, so you did mention, by the way, that there was this girl that got hurt. So
Yeah.
how did Joel
Her body should
survive?
still be there.
How did Joel survive, and you couldn't save her, even though
Her body should still be there, right?
I
We didn't
It
touch
should
it.
be. We did. Yeah.
I don't
Yeah,
know
right
if her
over there.
body is there, but my question is, how did you
Isn't she torn
how
in
did
half?
you fight him off last night, and you managed to get in the house without being attacked?
No, because we were in the house. We were in the house before dusk. Because we were trying to stake out, trying to find her. We didn't even know about the wolf creature. We were investigating the dead bodies coming up from the graves and assaulting people.
Okay, but
Yeah,
then
That's what we were
you said
investigating, and then after,
you
we were
said
already inside the house, locked up.
right, but
We
you
were
said
we
that
were
this
staking out to see
girl.
what we could see.
You said that you
Yes.
were here at the cemetery, and that this girl got attacked by
Yeah,
a
she-
dog of sorts.
Night. Let me handle
Yes.
this.
So my question
We
to
felt that
you
our life-
is, as a deputy, as a police officer, I'm pretty sure that you did your best to try to stop the girl from getting hurt. So what is it that you did, and how did you manage to come out unscathed?
Listen, I was afraid. Okay,
Sir,
and you'll see. You'll be afraid too. And I bet it's not going to be great for you, because I'm going to rub it in.
we had we had civilians with us that aren't relatively trained with this. We felt that both our lives and theirs would have been endangered should we have engaged. We were simply overwhelmed and we had no ways of fending them off, even if we wanted to. We would have been attacked, and we wouldn't have been talking today. We understand that it's a horrible situation. We we would rather have this not happen in the first place, but we felt that should we have acted, more lives would have been lost than inaction. Well, it is, like I said.
And so far, the lieutenant can vouch for the story being accurate up to this point.
And the lieutenant says, well, hold on. I
Connected.
can vouch for what I've seen at the police station. I have not seen any creatures coming out from the ground. I have not seen any gigantic dogs. I have not seen any vampires.
Have you seen or heard of any kind of creature that could do that? You remember how the body parts were torn from the bodies and scattered? What person or creature that you know of can do that?
I'm not saying that you're lying. I'm just saying that I have not seen it.
If the school, if our station has been attacked and no one that was there survived, we ourselves wouldn't have fared
But
any better.
I am grateful that you have a whole group of people over here. If you don't mind, I like to talk to them. So
Go ahead.
because ultimately this is, as you can imagine, this is now an active investigation.
It's been an active investigation.
Yeah. So this, obviously someone died. There's a dead girl now and a bunch of police officers. So at the very least, it's going to be a murder investigation. So he looks at Arlen, and at Arrow and at Francis, and he says, "Okay, so who wants to tell me first what happened?" You're sitting over there looking at that contraption that you're putting together, fella. What's your name? He says. I'm Detective Midnight. He's talking to you, Arlen, by the way.
Name's Damien. Damien Vitarovic.
Oh, okay. Well, very nice to meet you. And then,
Nice to meet you.
how did you end up here?
Okay, somebody has to correct me. Oscar, somebody has to correct me if I'm wrong. Well, we were asked to essentially, I give the impression that help with the investigation while it was not as, we thought that it's not as severe as this. Initially, it was at first, at least, we expected it to be something significantly less dangerous, like a bunch of people causing trouble or something like that.
I see.
We discovered that it had something to do, and he kind of points towards the grave of the tomb of the girl. With that girl over, with the person that could be the girl that could be buried with that tomb over there.
So you, as a civilian, were involved in an active investigation?
I was here mostly in case something needs to be carried and moved, or any mechanism repaired, or anything like that.
Oh, okay, I
I'm an
see.
engineer, so if there is anything mechanical, I was supposed to step in, help fix it, make it. Otherwise, we were essentially just here for the ride, for all intents and purposes.
I see. I see. I understand. He says, and
He was
so were you here last night?
correct.
Okay, so so you went. So you guys came over here to the cemetery, and when you came here to the cemetery, you guys did what?
We initially we wanted to talk with the gravekeeper
Okay,
to gain access to conduct investigation.
I see.
There was a brief altercation after he insisted to lock us within the tomb that we wanted to investigate. At some point, he took a swing at one of the police officers.
Oh wow.
He was arrested. Yeah, he was arrested after that
Hmm. Okay.
and taken to police station. Then we decided to make a stakeout that we had keys to his. And he's gonna show the well, it's not really his house, but the house that was appointed to him while working night shift. Which
I
is not
see.
out in the
And
open.
and
We kept that
he was the one that
to it, and
that Deputy McKnight here arrested last night or yesterday.
yes,
Okay.
they were with us.
Very well. And
And
so
he
what happened
actually-
after all that?
I think wait. I'm checking it. We
Okay.
went inside, closed the doors, closed the windows, turned off the lights, and started the stakeout. At some point, the it's going to sound absolutely insane, but the dead started rising. Then the girl that's reported dead, or at least somebody looking like her, appeared. And then there was a massive, I'll use expression, humanoid wolf creature of some sort.
Okay.
And then, for some reason, he's gonna point towards where the butchered body of the last victim is. She walked in.
Okay.
There
So she
was around, I don't know. I couldn't really
so
count,
I'm
but
sorry. So the woman
From
walked
what I
in
could-
where? Walked into this house?
Walked into the cemetery.
Oh, into the cemetery.
And
So the doors were open
and
of the
then
cemetery?
the gate was closed. We don't know how he entered,
Okay.
but we don't really have. I couldn't really see the answers to please because I was pretty much focusing on the small army of. What I can only
I
I
see.
can only describe as leading the dead and the lower and the giant humanoid wolf.
I see. So he looks at at the three of you now. He says, "Okay, so she walked in, and you guys knew that there was all these dead people out there, and there's also this vampire lady out there, and this gigantic dog thing, whatever. So did any of you try to go save her? Did anybody?
I am completely alarmed and was and still are. It was then, still are,
Okay.
and
So
I
you
mean,
so you were
I
unarmed.
think it's
So-
at least four. There was at least 40 of those
I see.
zombies. Even if they were ordinary humans, they would have torn me apart.
Okay, no problem. You
Because-
were unarmed. You were unarmed. Okay. So you were unarmed. What about you? And he looks at Arrow's character. What about you? Were you unarmed too?
Yes, I wasn't armed.
Okay. And what about you, Francis? he looks at your character, Francis, and he says, "What about you, the guy holding the shovel? What about you?"
What about me?
Well, were you also unarmed last night? Were you at some point attempting to go save the girl? Did any of the deputies here make any attempt whatsoever to save that girl last night?
We were trying to figure out what was going on. I don't understand. I mean, I'm not a police officer.
Right. No, I get that you're not a police
Sure.
officer. I'm just trying to wrap my head around the fact that there's two police officers and then a group of civilians investigating the same thing, which is very odd because normally police officers investigate things. But you guys tell me that you guys being hired to investigate this, and that's just fine. But then I'm just trying to understand how nobody has made any attempt to go save the victim that you guys just stood around and watched being murdered.
Keeper, can I attempt something?
Yeah.
Can I attempt using telekinesis to levitate something so he can see it? He doesn't know that. Need to know. He won't know that I'm doing it.
You're going to levitate something.
Yes, maybe on him.
Sure, go ahead and roll telekinesis.
Or at least, I mean, I'm not making any motion, so I don't think I'll be spotted. Do I need to deduct any magic points?
Only if it's less than only if it's more than what a human can do. Otherwise, I think you should be good.
Okay.
Yeah, just roll the. Okay. So we're gonna go ahead and say that that a fork that was on the counter just starts floating around and goes right in front of the FBI agent. And by the way, everybody else sees this, so therefore everybody needs to do a sanity roll, please, and thank you.
Fucking hell.
No fucking way.
Count the lore sanity guy.
Why? What was the purpose of moving the fork? I don't.
To freak out the FBI agent to see, like, oh yeah, something is funny here.
So go ahead and all right. So Zach, your character needs to give me. Well, everybody else that failed the roll will give me a 1d3, but Zach, because you failed the roll on a fumble, go ahead and give me a 1d6, please. Thank you.
Sorry.
Oh
Leave
man.
for the best.
Holy fuck. Okay, give me just a second. We're gonna have to find out exactly what happens to you. Alright. So just a moment. I gotta go to my sanity rules just to make sure I'm playing this right. Alright, so go ahead and roll a 1d8, please, and thank you. 4. Alright. So the investigator suffers severe paranoia for 1d10 rounds. Everybody's out to get them, and no one can be trusted. They are being spied on. Someone has betrayed them. what they are seeing is always a trick. Somebody trying to get you. So go ahead and roll 1d10, please. 7. All right. So this is what it unfolds right now. As Detective Mackey is talking to pretty much the 3 civilians, your character just starts like freaking out over there after seeing that fork. Obviously, everybody's very surprised to see a fork flying, but you're just freaking out about it, and you're just like, "Oh my God, they're coming back! You know, they're coming back again! Oh my God!" Yeah, freaking out like that, and Mackie now just started looking at us like, "Oh my God, you're a bunch of loonies," and you know, you just freak out. He's like, "Okay, fella, calm down. We're just having a conversation here. Ultimately, I'm not going to arrest anybody. I'm just filling out a report. Your superiors can figure it out what to do with you guys for not, doing your jobs."
You don't understand. No, fucking stop.
No, you're not a superior yet. You may be the only one left from your police department, but you're not yet a superior. And on the fact that you left a victim out there be killed without doing anything about it, I very much doubt that you're gonna get to be a superior. And he looks at the lieutenant, and he's like, "Lieutenant, what do you think?" He's like, "I don't know. I no comment here." And
This is clearly this is a situation that is.
well, no, you wouldn't be talking about
a
situation because you would be freaking out right now. You're freaking out. So you ultimately, the one thing that you do say is that everybody's out to get you.
No, that's night. I passed. I'm Aaron.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm just groveling in the corner. I can't understand why they won't listen.
So it's like,
And
okay, so
how do police officers react to those agents react to work literally flying in front of their face?
I'm like, they don't want to see that just happen. Like, what the fuck?
How can you not see?
how can I not see? Well, I tell you what I see. I see from here, if I look at the window, I see some holes on the ground covered with a little bit of concrete. I see that there's a bunch of pieces left over from a girl's body. I know for a fact that everybody in your police department was killed. Somehow, you two were here when everything happened, and yet you have not even a scratch on yourself while a girl was killed right in front of your eyes.
Why is that literally the only thing that you focus on?
Because there's nothing else that you can prove right
Only
now.
focus on that.
Because there's
What about
nothing
all
else
the
you can
people at the
prove.
police station. You're not concerned about them.
There's nothing else you can prove right now.
What about
And
the people at the police station? Like that's a part of the investigation. Like it's
The
a whole
people at the
thing.
police station are
Everything is
dead.
connected.
How do I know that you didn't kill them?
You didn't see the police station. They're literally ripped.
Keeper,
Their
am
arms
I
ripped from
close enough
bodies.
to hear that brain that asshole?
Yeah, I think we're all are at this point. Like, Lieutenant, you saw the station. Do you think the 5 of us could have done that?
No, I don't think that the 5 of you could have done that. No. I don't. You 3 are civilians, so you don't have a responsibility to go help a victim, he says. But the 2 deputies do have a responsibility to go help a victim as police officers. But no matter,
Lieutenant,
tonight we're going to see what's going on, and hopefully I will contact whoever I need to contact in order to take care of this. And this is obviously an open investigation, and it won't be up to me if anything happens to you two or not. Ultimately, will be decided once the investigation concludes. He says. So, do you guys have a plan for tonight? Based on what you saw last night?
You're going to stay in that goddamn house while the rest of us are going to actually do a damn thing about it, you brain dead motherfucker. Alright, I'm tired of this shit. So unless anyone else here, amongst the five of us, has an objection, I'm going down in that damn tunnel and start finding out what the fuck to do.
Well, you wouldn't be able to do that yet. Because you're kind of freaking out at the moment that everybody's trying to get you for up to 10
I'm
rounds.
not the one that's freaking out. That's Knight.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. Night. All right. Never mind. So, okay, fine. If you want to go dig right now, well, hold on. Where are you going to dig? Are you going to dig in the tomb?
I'm digging. I'm going down to the crypt.
In the crypt. Okay. So you're gonna go in the crypt. Are you going by yourself?
Can you hear me?
Hold on.
Hi, Arlen. We can hear you now.
Yeah, I can hear you, but give me a second. Are you gonna go by yourself into the crypt?
If those three want to come with me, they can.
Okay. So you announce that you're going into the crypt. He says,
Why?
McKnight, are you going into the crypt too? Or you're just gonna sit here too this time around?
Are you suicidal?
I'm gonna join my partner.
What time of day is it?
It's 3 o'clock, he said.
Yeah, it's about between 3 and
would
4 while you guys are having this conversation.
I don't. They're not going to believe us unless they see it. So I want the lieutenant and the FBI agent to come down with us. This is an active investigation. This is a part of the investigation. So you guys should be full on willing to do this. If you think that we should be held to a standard, so should you.
I don't mind going
You should
to
join
the.
us.
I don't mind going. I never minded going inside of a crypt.
Then let's go.
Although, I'm just trying to find out if you're going to come or not. Are you coming too?
I'm coming.
Okay, very well. All right, so I guess we're all going into the crypt.
Keeper,
Yes.
how did the cop in front of the agent, in front of whose face I literally moved the flying fork as
Oh, he freaked out.
I use the fork.
He freaked out about it, but he's like, this place is definitely weird. But he didn't go crazy or anything like that. He just definitely freaked out.
Imagine that madness, just about 10,000 times worse on that night.
You saw flying forks. That's crazy.
No, we saw a bunch of undead instead of
Well, you know what?
one lethal ghost.
There's a
things
big
that should
difference
be
into a
impossible.
flying fork, he says, and a bunch of undead. And definitely dealing with McKnight's here state of mind for sure. But I tell you what, why don't we go? You can show me whatever's going on. Although you're saying that the dead people come from underground, so I'm not sure what getting inside of a crypt is gonna get us.
There's a tunnel. If you'd follow us.
Okay, let's go. We might be able to get.
Which is one of the first reasons we thought this is just bunch of ordinary people causing trouble and not something supernatural.
Okay, let's go.
Alright, I click my pen light and pull out my 44.
All right, so everybody is okay going inside of the crypt right now, right?
We need light. Do we have lanterns or something? Not pen light, but actual sources of proper light.
Francis,
We could have said you got that at the store.
Arrow, you guys good going inside the grave? I mean, the crypt?
Yeah.
I'm going heavily armed. Sure.
Yeah. And I also I make sure to give Gary the crucifix that I took
Thank
before.
you.
Yeah.
Alright.
I don't trust these cops. They need to see it themselves.
Yeah, I'm like whispering back
They're
to
just
him,
gonna pin it on us.
like, this guy's clearly a bureaucrat.
Alright, so you guys get to the crypt. And the crypt is closed as usual. He
Right.
looks at the door and he says, wow, yeah, this door definitely looks like it opens up a lot.
Yeah, just help us. You don't need to be smart about it.
What? No, I'm not being smart about it at all. I'm just stating that it definitely looks like it's a door that's heavily used. You know, definitely put an emphasis on the heavily.
Open the damn thing.
And
Eh,
he looks for the handle, and he goes ahead and
It's a
opens it.
push.
He's like, all right, here goes nothing. And starts pushing as hard as he possibly can. And
I'm helping, so that was my.
and eventually
check.
the door opens up. It's like, all right, so what now? I mean, there's.
Come on.
I can clearly see a crypt down there. Are we doing anything else now, or is
Yeah,
this?
yeah.
Was this it?
We have to show you the tunnel.
Oh, okay. So there's more to this. I can't wait.
Yeah.
All right, so
Oh, you there.
let's go.
Something constructive to say. Why don't you keep your trap shut?
Sure thing, no problem. You go ahead and show me what you gotta show me, buddy.
All right, we go down, lands up, and pin lights active, and we go down to the girl's grave.
All right.
We have to slide that open too.
And he looks at both of you and says, all right, so what now?
I just give him a look like, mm-hmm.
All right, so there's a hole in the crypt. Okay. Is this gonna take us anywhere?
To be clear,
or?
there was a body buried here. Like officially, there was a body buried here. The body is gone, and now there's a tunnel. Just laying that out for you.
Well, yeah, there wouldn't be a tunnel with a body over it. I get that. But obviously, you know, whoever made the tunnel removed the body.
But just there's something amiss. Like that is a crime in and of itself, grave robbing.
Yeah,
crime.
it looks like the
Just-
definitely looks like the definitely looks like somebody took the body away and made a tunnel. I'm agreeing 100% with you.
Those two are
Alright.
talking. I'm just going to go down and lead the way. Knight, make sure he actually follows along.
Oh, I'm not going until he goes.
Okay. As I'm now leading the charge.
It's like, well, you know what, fella. He looks at Zach's character. He's like, you know what, fella, you would probably make a great captain someday.
Thanks.
Yeah, no problem. Although
Why don't you go down the hole?
I think your friend probably qualifies better though. And he goes down the hole, starts walking down.
Why?
He's walking down, and he's like, "All right, so did y'all bring any lights?"
Francis, you made sure to bring lights from the lanterns from the hardware store, right?
Yeah, we probably grabbed some of that if we didn't know how long this concrete was going to take.
Yeah.
All right. So Mackie pulls out a lighter. He lights up a cigarette, and
Put that damn thing out.
he says, "Okay, well, look, chap, you go first."
I'm leading the way.
Good.
Just to get a feel for it, like how big is the tunnel? Is it like single file, or is it
So
like big
the
enough for
tunnel
us to,
has a
walk
set
side
of
by side?
stairs now that you can see in front of it. That was actually made with concrete. There's some concrete stairs, actually. They go down, and then after that, you see a tunnel that appears. And then the tunnel seems to have torches to the sides. Those torches, they don't seem to be lit yet.
Do they look like they were lit at any time soon, like previous day or something like that?
I'm sorry, what was the question?
Does it look like they
Or
were
they
lit at
look.
all?
No, they look like they're just not lit at the moment. You know, you can't really see a whole lot in there. You can see the torches. There's barely any light, so the torches are very, very dark grayed out. You can kind of make them out. You know, like see them, but not like with huge detail. And mainly because you're not close yet. So, but the moment that you finish coming down the stairs and that everybody is down the stairs, the torches start lighting up on their own. There's a set of torches in front. There's a set of torches on each side of the hallway, and there's about 9 torches on the length of the hallway, and slowly, 2 at a time, they light up. Everybody go ahead and roll some sanity. Please and thank you.
How am I succeeding?
No fucking way.
Yeah, I just have the worst luck with sanity today.
So,
Why
if
do
you didn't
roll
pass,
sanity
go ahead
for
and roll
lack
a
of-
1d2 for me, please and thank you. If you did, you don't have to roll anything.
What was-
Why do we need to roll for just a bunch of lamps lighting up?
Even Mackie passed. Look at that.
Yeah, I've been meaning to ask. Can I do us like a psychology check on Mackie? Like, what the hell's his guy? What's going on?
You
with
can
that?
do a psychology just check if you want. He's just an asshole. He just doesn't want to be there. He's an asshole. He doesn't want to be there. You're bothering him with all this stuff.
He's just a
and,
bureaucrat.
and he thinks, up to some point, due to the fact that you should have gone and tried to save the girl, and that way you probably would have died, and he wouldn't have to be there at that point. So therefore, the fact that you didn't do your job and to try to save the girl by putting your life on the line and being alive, now that he has to be there now, and he's super annoyed about it.
Yeah. So I think
Off the record?
work.
Off the record, if you end up getting attacked by zombies, everything telekinesis to throw the guy in the horn.
Well, that might be a little hard.
Please don't. As much as I would love to see that happen, we still need him in case something actually does happen.
You still got the
I
lieutenant.
said off the record.
Fair
Off the
enough.
record.
All right,
But
so
if it comes to it, we have the lieutenant.
so the torches lit up. You guys kind of paused for a moment, and you saw the torches lighting up. At the end of the tunnel, there's a set of double doors. These doors
Somebody
They're
pulled
made out of
something
wood.
dramatic.
These doors are made out of wood, and these doors are very well carved. They are carved with an incredible detail. You see pictures of children running around. Well, pictures, images of children running around being bitten on the neck by women. You see a werewolf grabbing a girl and also biting her. And then on another image, you see the same girl becoming a werewolf. Um, you also see an image of many dead people walking around, to try to get victims. So there's many different images out of that door, and you can make them out because granted that the door is just wooden color, but all the parts that are carved, they are in a darker shade.
Does Mackie see that?
Everyone sees that.
What do you think of that?
Well, I think that he says. I think that whoever came up with this script, for one, has something to hide, and for two, they must have spent a pretty penny to actually had all that dug out, get
Yeah.
the stairs, done. That wood over there, that door must have cost a lot of money to carve it. Although I really want to know how they get the. He says, although I do want to know how they get the torches to come on automatically. That is a neat trick.
Probably a pressure plate with gas pipes summering the warp, conducting the gas into the torches and stuff, and then lighting them up electronically.
Oh, that's it. See, he knows. See, it wasn't something supernatural. It's perfectly explainable. See, he knows.
Yeah,
That's how I would have done it.
I think it's amazing that you guys have an engineer here that try to help us make sense of this instead of just believing in fairies and angels.
What about the carving in the door of the girl turning into a wolf person?
It's just a carving on a door.
But doesn't that seem kind of coincidental?
This was
That we
taking
told
years.
before we've been down here, before you've been down here, we told you that we saw one person.
Truthfully, I know what you told me that you saw, but how do I know that you didn't see it at some sort of library, at some sort of somewhere that you didn't get this information
Okay,
before?
but then still,
You
how would it be on
particularly.
this door?
Anyway,
No,
I'm
no.
here now
I'm
to help
getting
you.
tired of hearing you say shit against us. I'm getting real tired of it.
Well,
Let them
we're
just
here.
go
I'm
and see what's
here.
on the other side
We're,
of the
we're all
door.
here, and I am here particularly waiting for the proof. I thought at first that you guys were gonna wait till nighttime to see some proof, but now we're here, supposedly because down here there's the big bad vampire girl and who knows what. So where's everybody?
Let's just get going as I open the door.
All right. So once you touch the door, go ahead and roll your power.
Bitch. Damn.
All right. So nothing happens to you. Now I want everyone else to roll your power.
Hey, finally passed, Knight.
Look at you.
I'm good.
Oh, wow. Alright, time for the FBI.
Ah, damn it. That's really cool.
It was close. It was close.
So, okay, so you open the door, and when you open the door, you get marveled as to what you see. So, this room that appears in front of you, first of all, is gigantic. It seems to be covered in many different treasures, not necessarily just things made out of gold, which they do. They have things made out of gold, vases from different places on Earth, paintings, many different books from different places. You see that there's shelves full of books, and those books, they seem to be nothing like you would have seen before, just out of just looking at them. And then at the end, there's some pillars that are holding the ceiling up, because ultimately it's a huge room. Then at the very end, there's some sort of a throne, and right next to the throne, there is this, I guess, this sarcophagus. So Mackie says, well, I guess this is another crypt, huh? A crypt within a crypt.
I'm pretty sure this isn't up to code. Another crime.
Well, I mean, I'm pretty sure once we come with the FBI here, I'm pretty sure we can collect some of this evidence. And, most of this stuff could assist us into bettering up our department and helping towards our retirement. So I don't think anybody's gonna say anything about it.
What the fuck? No, this one. This is historical. Two, this is evidence. In theory, that
Three,
is.
our department was first. We saw it first.
Yeah, but you're
Right.
you're still just a deputy. I'm with the FBI. This is my crime scene.
I am captain. Captain.
Not. Let's just fucking.
So,
I go over to the.
all right. So we're here. Where is the big bad wolf, the vampire, and the dead people? Where are they?
I don't think that werewolf is going to be up and about during the day, but if my guess is correct, the vampire would potentially be in there. Or
Should
maybe
open
there's
it.
another door somewhere.
Yeah, and if it's fake, you'll be fine.
Oh, okay, great. Well, then
I'm gonna get my crucifix and holy water.
perfect. So, how about you guys go check then? Show me the vampire.
No, you're investigating. If you're saying you're gonna get the money, you're investigating. You go investigate. You are the detective of this crime scene.
I don't have a rush. I can ultimately call, get everybody from the police station over here, and have them do it.
Why don't we do it together then? As I drag him with me.
Sure, you go ahead and do it, and I'll look. I'll keep your back safe.
I'm physically dragging him.
It's like, no, he's definitely walking with you. It's like,
All right.
he's walking.
I guess that would be for me to open the crypt door. The coffin. So, you know what I mean.
All right, so you open it up, and when you open it up, you see a man that is just dead. I mean, although he's very well preserved for somebody that is dead. I mean, he seems like he just died last night.
All right. Well,
Did
this.
drop off holy water on him?
Well, if that's what you want to do, go ahead.
Yeah,
So
I'm just
I
gonna
guess it'll
drop
be
a
kind of
little holy
like,
water on him.
are you gonna drop the holy water on him?
No, I'm just gonna tilt it a little bit just to put a drop on him. As much as
You know,
can.
like splash him with it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No,
on
I
his
get it.
face.
I got it. All right. So you do that. And ultimately, when you do that, did someone roll something? Okay. So ultimately, when you do that, he opens his eyes. And the moment that he opens his eyes, his body starts floating and pretty much just flies out from the crypt or from the sarcophagus. Everybody gives me a sanity roll,
What is my luck tonight?
including
Oh my
McKnight.
gosh.
It was about time for me to
Look at
fail.
my knight!
No fucking way. It was just like a normal Tuesday for this guy. What the
So, those of you that failed the roll, please give me a 1d5. Those of you that pass, give me a 1d2. Please and thank you. So, McKnight
Does
saying.
regular count as pass?
I'm sorry?
Does the regular result count as pass? It's not like failure or success.
Well, if you pass, means that your roll was less than your sanity.
You passed. Yeah, you passed, Ruby,
Right.
So you just have to roll the 1d2.
The 1d2.
Okay.
Right. So McKnight says, well, let's say I believe you. So now what?
I interrupt him by shooting the damn thing 3 times.
Yeah, do you not
Well,
see
hold
this?
on. Before you shoot 3 times, any of you besides our dear friend over here, that by now he will be okay. You will be out of your phobia that you had over there. However, Zach, you will win this due to the fact that you went a little bit crazy a little bit ago.
Fear of anger.
Yeah.
So I'm afraid of people being angry at me, or I'm afraid of to be angry.
Both. Both. But anyone else has lost 5 points of sanity in total so far.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay. So go ahead and roll a 1d. 1 second. Where do I have that? Did I close that? Of course I did. I did close it. Just a second. I think I said a 1d8, but I'm not sure. I gotta check again. Give me a 1d8. Yes. 1d8. 3. So, violence. A red mist of rage descends on the afflicted investigator, and they explode in a spree of uncontrolled violence and destruction directed at their surroundings, allies and foes alike, for a 1d10. So please go ahead and roll a 1d10 for me. 5. All right, 5 turns, and you will get afterwards that. So we are going to determine now. I need Keegan, Zach, Erlian, and Francis to please roll a 1d10, each of you, so we can determine how close or far you are from Arrow.
I got 10.
Okay.
I also.
So
I
3,
got 3, so I'm the closest.
3.
But I guess because
Okay.
3 of us were up by the.
So Keegan and Francis, please roll again. Okay. So your nearest person will be Francis, then will be Keegan, and then ultimately um, between Zach and Damien. So, since it is uncontrolled and ultimately you don't necessarily know exactly who you're going to attack, go ahead and roll a 1d4 arrow. Three. So we said 1, 2, 3. So you will be attacking Keegan. So whatever weapons you have, if you don't have any, I guess you're gonna use your fists. But ultimately, you gotta roll something. Attacking.
They do have. Ruby does have a gun because we raided at the station previously.
Okay.
Can we roll
No,
for
I
initiative?
don't think she didn't take a gun though.
Yeah, no.
I mean, she took a billy club.
I didn't put it on my character sheet though. So I'll roll brawl.
All right. So, bro. Ooh, 98. 98.
You gave me a pat on the back to go shooting.
98. So you go ahead and you try to punch him. And what happens is you miss. But when you miss, unfortunately, there was some sort of column over there, and you punch the column. So go ahead and roll a 1d3, and that's whatever damage you're going to take. And that'll be your first turn of the 5 turns. So, Keegan, that will be your turn. What do you do?
I shoot the fucking flying body.
With what? Let's be
My
specific.
44 Magnum.
Okay, thank you.
44 Magnum.
Go ahead and shoot. Okay, great. Wonderful. When you shoot him, you can clearly see that the bullets go through him and they exit through the back. However, no blood whatsoever comes out. So, next. Zach. What do you do?
He's flying in the air, right?
He sure is.
I have holy water and a crucifix in my hand. I suppose. I mean, I'll put away the holy water. I'll pull up my revolver, shoot at it then.
Okay. You go ahead and do that.
Oh my god, I hit one.
Okay, so you put your holy water on your revolver. Is that what you did? Hello?
I'm confused. What was your question?
Did you put holy water on the bullets itself?
Yes.
Okay, great. That's what I was asking. Okay, so he takes definitely 7 damage. So, Arlen, your character's turn. What does your character do?
Did we see him take damage?
Is the guy still floating?
He sure is. He sure definitely is. He's looking down on you. And he's laughing.
Okay. I'm not sure how effective this will be. But the person is informed. All of you guys have crosses and cakes and holy water.
Holy water a crucifix for sure.
Okay, how many crucifixes do you have? One?
I had one, and Gary had one.
Yes. That was
And
about
the girl's necklace? The girl's necklace that you picked up, it was also a crucifix.
Yeah, that's one of the ones
Hello?
we have, I think. Though.
yeah.
Okay. I'm going to hold him down. You guys make his life living hell. Or unlife living hell. And
All right.
I'm going to expand 4 points of magic points, for magic points, to amplify the amount of power I have with telekinesis, to slice me to the ground and try to keep him pinned. Can you attempt?
Well, you're gonna have to roll your telekinesis, and then pretty much at that
Of
point,
course.
right? And at that point, it will be pretty much your power against the power of the
I know.
vampire.
It's
Go
a
ahead.
it's a gamble, but I
Yeah.
am willing
Go
to
ahead.
risk it.
Go ahead. All right.
Mm,
So go ahead and roll your power.
failed.
Yeah. No, and either way, he has a 100 on power. However, even though if he didn't have a 100, still he got an 11. So you would have to roll anything better than an 11 to beat it.
Yeah, I'm not that lucky.
So
He would at least felt the attempt.
all right. So Francis, your turn.
So I'm watching all this. It appears that this creature is impervious to normal damage, right?
Yes.
Is there an exit?
Yes.
Yeah, the way you came from.
I'm gonna grab Ruby with one hand
Okay.
and drag her back towards the exit, and I'm gonna shoot with the other hand. I'm gonna shoot the submachine gun.
Okay. Fair enough. Give me just a sec. We're gonna do that. Where is the... Okay. Just a moment. Looking for something right now. I don't know where it went. Oh my god. Okay, there we are. Found it. Alright. Alright, so when you grab her and you run away, you notice that something afflicts you at that point.
Something else, you mean? We've been afflicted for like since we stepped down here.
Go ahead and roll your power, please. Alright. So when that happens, you hear a woman's voice, a woman's laugh. And but it doesn't end up afflicting you at all, and you're able to go away, to go on your way with Aero's character. Meanwhile, Mackie's turn. So Mackie goes ahead He's like, yeah, cowards, you're leaving. I knew this was gonna turn out this way. If I didn't know better. He's like, hey, but you know what? I know you guys got this. So I think we're not prepared for this. And he just starts running away.
Those guys are civilians. He's running?
Yeah, he's running away. As he's running away, let me just a moment. The one, I guess, 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, so Keegan, the vampire guy, he goes ahead and let me see what he's got. Hold on. Okay. All right, so ultimately, he starts spinning around and creates a small tornado, which ends up affecting everybody. So everybody needs to roll, not dodge, but everybody needs to roll dexterity.
Whoops. Never mind.
All right. So if you pass the dexterity roll, nothing happens to you. If you didn't, you're going to go ahead and take the 23 damage. Unless you can buy your dexterity roll. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to assume that you didn't just roll a 98. And I'm going to go with a 1 for 66. Because I just don't want to kill you just yet.
Alright, I am now down to 13 luck.
Very well. And meanwhile, as you did that... Actually, hold on. Let's make it fair. One sec. There we go. That Mackey's dead. FBI agent just died.
Hooray! No, sorry.
Well, I don't know how good that is.
Where was the lieutenant come down or no?
The lieutenant came down, yes. He's still, he is down there. I haven't rolled with him yet. Give me just a moment. So we said we're rolling at 1D, 1, 2, 3. The lieutenant actually takes cover behind a pillar. 1D3. Actually, it should have been, okay, yeah, that's fine, 3. So this one's gonna go to Arlen, and let's see what are we gonna do. Okay, some combat. So Arlen, go ahead and roll dodge. And by the way, I'm gonna explain the what happens. So as you're looking at the vampire floating around, the guy vampire, right? All of a sudden, just in front of you, the woman that you saw out the window just appears super fast, almost as if she's just used super speed, because you just don't believe that somebody can just vanish and just appear like that. So she had to have moved really, really fast, and she tries to push you, but you have managed to dodge that push. So now that these two creatures have taken their turns, Keegan, what do you want to do? Are you staying to fight?
I'm gonna make sure everyone else gets out, so
Well,
if I can.
when you
stay
turn
up-
around and you look, you can clearly see that Francis and Era's character are already making an exit.
Okay.
You
Then,
see Mackie dead on the ground. You see the lieutenant actually is starting to make a run for it too. So all in all,
I
what you have
guess
left
I'll-
right now is you, Arlen, and McKnight.
I guess I'll say a quick prayer over my revolver and take another 3 shots. See if that will affect anything.
Okay.
Just fucking crap.
All right. 11 damage. All right. And
And it looks like it actually did hurt him.
yep, you did. He was flying and he all of a sudden just falls down and crashes on the ground. When you do that, you see the girl vampire going like, "Ah!" Like almost as if she felt it too. McKnight, your turn.
Would I be able to move and shoot at the same turn?
You can shoot him hard, and yes, you can.
Okay, yeah, sure. Shoot hard. I'm gonna move towards the doorway to
So,
try
towards
and
the
set
exit?
up to cover the lieutenant and well, towards like the entrance into the tunnel,
Okay. Go ahead and
like to this
take
where
your
the stairs
shots.
are, and try so to cover them when they run.
Who are you shooting?
Probably still the floating guy that was there. I don't know
Okay.
if I noticed the woman or not.
Yeah, he's on the ground, hurt. But okay, you're shooting at him. So go ahead and shoot.
Oh, no.
Oh wow. Okay, so never mind. The other 2 shots never happened. So you fumbled.
Yeah.
Choo, choo, choo. All right.
I'll just drop the gun, I guess.
Well, I guess your gun also breaks with that fumble.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
ultimately, when you're going to shoot, something happens to the gun where not only it doesn't shoot forward, but ultimately when you shoot, it seems to make an explosion on the back, and it actually hurts your hand. So that gun is completely done. It can no longer be fixed. But you will take a 1d3 damage.
Okay. What's the code for it?
Slash R 1d3.
Yeah.
Right?
There.
Okay, so you take 3 damage. And I'm assuming that if you're covering them, you were also making your way out?
Yeah, I was headed towards the exit to cover up.
Okay.
But
So, Arlen, what do you do?
Everybody, the girl is currently in front of me, correct?
I'm sorry, the girl what?
The girl is currently in front of me or behind me.
She's
Yeah,
in front of
the
you.
girl vampire.
In front of you. Yeah.
Um,
Super happy and
okay.
excited.
I mean, I'm dealing with a vampire, so I'm guessing I need to at least double all the strength output. So sacrificing a magic point to be able to attempt to pull that crazy.
So, are you gonna stay and fight? Are you running away? What do you want to do?
I'm gonna try to push her away and I'm going to head towards the door.
Okay.
Just
So,
push her as
well,
far
you
as
can do one or
possible.
the other. You can push her. If you push her, that'll be your turn. Or you can turn around and run. One or the other.
One or the other.
Yep.
In that case, I'm bolting out of there.
Okay.
I am not fighting a vampire underground.
Okay. So you're running away. Perfect. All right. So the only one, I guess, that didn't get to run away was Keegan yet. So.
Alright.
All right. There's that.
Can I do
Go ahead and roll your Dutch. All right. You dodged. So Keegan, now that you are there and you just dodge and you notice that pretty much everyone else is leaving, what do you do? Unless those two that died. Yeah. It was just an accident. Are you staying and fight or are you leaving?
I gotta stay, otherwise I currently have them surrounded, so like, or not surrounded, they're currently distracted out of me, so I continue saying a prayer and use my brass knuckles on the woman.
Okay, go ahead.
7 damage.
All
right. All right. So, by the way, by now, Francis, you have made it out. And you can clearly see the rest of them almost out. You can see them coming. Okay.
Well, I was still at the doorway. Like, I didn't go up the stairs. I was at the entrance to that room at the stairway.
Okay. So if you decided to stay there, that's fine.
I'm not
Go ahead and key and run your roll your power.
Oh, nice.
Clutch.
Okay. Let's see what we want to do. I'll leave this one to chance. All right, go ahead, Key, and take another turn.
I continue to pray since I don't think I can relatively reload in time, so
Okay.
another.
Well, you're so hold on. Reload. That's something cool. Yeah, I think this turn you're supposed to reload. You haven't reloaded, and you took 6 shots.
I know. I'm saying that's why I'm using my brass knuckles, because I don't have any ammo. If I
Okay. Go ahead.
because if I yeah, because
Because
otherwise. Go ahead, Arlen.
And we still didn't leave, at least not all of us. I am bolting it out, but I'm not leaving him to die.
Okay, so you're staying there?
I mean, I got out of the reach of the crazy vampire's claws, but
My question is, are you running out of the room or what are you running to?
up to the doors.
Well, if you're running out the door, there's really not much you can do because you don't have a gun.
Doors
use his
of
magic.
the doors
Okay.
of the chamber, not doors of the room.
Okay. All right, no problem. So then take your turn. Whatever it is that you're gonna do.
Can you attempt to pull Keegan gun back towards me?
Yeah, you can.
Just out of the reach of the crazy bitch. If
Go
I'm
ahead.
gonna give him a chance to use that to reload it.
You know what you gotta roll, so just roll it.
Keegan, do you plan to resist?
I think I'm a bit busy, so yeah, no, I don't resist.
Okay, so you pull Keegan
You
back.
suddenly find yourself flying until your back comes into contact with Damien's head.
Okay, so you
Okay.
pull Keegan back. Okay,
Ready
give me
to
just a second. Okay, so Alien. Go ahead, Alien, and roll your power.
That's gonna be annoying.
Okay, and last. Go ahead, Keegan, roll your power.
Alright. I finally fail.
All right, so you just suddenly disappear out of the room. Alien, go ahead and roll some sanity for me. As you see him just vanished. You see a pocket opening in reality, and he just crossing. Go ahead and roll a 1d4.
I rolled.
And I'm sure by now you lost more than 5 points.
I lost 4.
4. Okay, good. All right.
Mm.
So Damien, Keegan's not there anymore. Are you staying or are you leaving?
Leaving? I don't know what happened to him and I don't wanna die.
Okay, so you turn around, you're leaving. So,
Sorry, Keegan.
Keegan,
I get that.
2 turns go up, and you just suddenly show up again over there in the crypt.
Can I at least reload my gun in the meantime, or?
Yeah, you can reload your gun in the meantime.
Because I was still with the stairwell as well.
Well, if you're at the stairs, you see that Alien is definitely running by you by now. And you can probably ask him, where is Keegan's character? And
Yeah,
he'll tell
or-
you that Keegan's character just
Where's
disappeared.
Gary?
Keegan, fall open. Go pop. Don't know what happened.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have my crucifix out, the holy water again. I don't really have any weapons. I have my billy club. Can I soak? Can I soak my billy club with holy water?
Yeah, you
Yes.
can. At this time, go ahead and roll intelligence. Ultimately, the FBI agent died, and you're set up as captain right now. Because the lieutenant is dead too. So whatever you say is whatever story everybody's going to go by. If you die, there's really no one else that's going to be able to run the police department. Just keep that in mind whenever you go there.
Oh no. I have to go.
There's 5
alright.
years. I see.
So
No,
technically,
go ahead, no,
you
keep
two
going.
are the only 2 left from that police department.
And for all I just know, you disappeared.
Yep.
I don't know where you. No.
Yeah, no, it's good. I'm just giving you a shit. You're good.
All right. Well, I'll be captain in your honor.
You still have the chance of survival, to live, but you have them.
All right. So if you two are running out, but hey, that doesn't mean that he died. He's still there fighting, so he might be able to run out. He might not. We'll see. So Keegan, you just showed up with your gun reloaded. Go ahead and roll your luck. Okay. Go ahead and roll a 1d2. Actually, go ahead and roll a 1d3. Okay.
1.
Perfect. Okay. So, the girl vampire seems to be gone. It's only the guy, apparently, now. That you see.
Notice me.
So, he seems to be over there in the back. He hasn't noticed you yet. What do you want to do?
I take aim, keep saying a prayer, and take 3 shots at him.
Okay. Go ahead. All right, and the guy vampire, you just see him vanish. He goes like, and he starts burning into ash. And as you burn him down, there's no more vampires over there at that moment that can do anything to you.
I guess I'll do a spot hidden.
All right. So you don't see any more vampires. You just see the stuff around that you saw on your way in. So just that. So do you decide to stay there or do you leave?
I'll collect as much ashes as I can, and to pour, so we can pour holy water on them.
Okay, go ahead and roll your luck.
Back.
Okay, so as you're collecting ashes, the girl vampire shows up. She sees that the guy vampire is dead. So give me just a moment. All right. Go ahead and roll your power. All right. So, what do you do? Do you continue collecting ashes?
I say a quick prayer again and finish unloading.
Go ahead. All right. So her
21
turn.
damage.
Yep.
Should it actually go through?
It sure did. Just a moment. Go ahead and roll your dodge, please. Alright, she tries to bite you and you dodge. Roll again.
Quick prayer and using my brass knuckles.
Alright. She's doing really bad right now. She's almost dead. Let me roll the 1d2 again.
I can't believe it.
Van Helsing.
Go ahead and roll your dexterity.
Last name for Van Helsing.
Unless you can buy this roll, you're dead.
No, it's been fun.
No.
Alright. And this is where we stop. Everybody made it out, with the exception of Keegan. Keegan, make sure you make another character for next Thursday.
I am running out of character sheets, weirdly enough.